Hello, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit here while we were getting running. But appreciate you hanging out here on a Thursday night here for another movie club. But we have Matt on here from the spooky.com, right?
Spooky Okie.
Spooky Okie. I always
SpookyOkie.com.
I mess it up. I'm
That's all
sorry.
right. That's all right. It's all right. I get it.
uh,
I get it.
Believe me, I have a gift of pronouncing actors, actresses, and movie names incorrectly and
That's all right.
misquoting movies. So you
Oh well, I think I've been known to misquote a movie, movie or two myself, and I think I really know. And then I'm like, ooh, nope, that wasn't even close to what that was supposed to be.
so you just joined that realm of my mispronunciations.
Awesome.
So
Let's do it.
you were like,
Let's see how many we can get wrong.
oh. You might have a hard time beating me. I'm just gonna say right now, I have a good time. I'm pretty good at it. So
Awesome.
world
Awesome.
champion. So, but no, thanks for coming on here. I know
Thanks for having me.
we got to hang out for a little bit, doing a really fun double feature.
That
A
was
little while back.
yeah, that was quite a thing.
It was a marathon.
Is that the first time you had seen those? I can't remember.
I'd seen New York, but not L.A.
Yeah, you hadn't seen LA. LA is quite a Escape from LA or Escape from New York is what we're talking about. And yeah, Escape from New York is quite a or Escape from LA is quite a movie.
All I know is people that said you had never seen that, and they're like, okay, watch out for the basketball scene and the surfing scene. And I was like, and then after that, I was like, okay, I know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
Yep.
the surfing scene is something else, man. That is
That's some graphic
oh,
design right there.
yeah, yeah, you see those, back in the day you were like, you're like, oh, that was so awesome.
I know, and then you go
That
back and
looks
look at
so
it.
cool. And then you look at it today and you're like, oh, that's just terrible.
I was actually just talking about that on a stream the other night with some movies I still love. I have a lot
Right.
of nostalgia for, but I
Yeah.
remember at the time as a kid. So born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s and
Right.
90s, kind of thing.
Yep.
And I think we're similar in range there.
Yep. Well, I was born in 74.
Okay,
So,
76.
no, there
76.
we go. So
There
we're
you go.
close. Yeah, we're close then.
Yep, yep. Yeah, if you were in high school together,
Yep.
you're about the same age. So
Right.
but there's some I remember growing up with watching that I was like, it just blew my mind. And then I go back
yeah.
and watch it later, and I'm like, what was that?
You're like, oh my gosh, what was I? You're like, what was I thinking?
So the one I was talking about was some of the computer animation scenes of The Last Starfighter.
Oh yeah.
I absolutely love that movie. I still love it.
Oh, I
There's
love
no
it
way
too.
I'd never not love that. But there's like these attack scenes
Oh
on this like space station thing, and
yeah.
I was like,
Oh yeah. It's really, really bad. I mean, and that's and that I don't know. I always go back to where, I mean, Battlestar Galactica on television looks better than that. You know what I mean? But that's back when they were using models too. So
yes.
I don't know. Practical always better for me. That's the one thing you will hear from me over and over again.
I think it ages way better.
Oh yeah, 100% it does.
Even if you're like, oh, that's models, but like
Yeah.
it ages better. That's my thought on
Well,
that.
that's I mean I'm 100% with you because yeah, I think the same thing. I go back and what was I watching? This was a movie in the 90s, and I'll try and stay away from horror as much as I can tonight.
No. We're gonna go all over the place.
Yeah, but
I know
was
you love it
watching-
all. So.
Oh yeah, I love it all. Yeah, I was watching Event Horizon, and oh my gosh, like when they go into the ship and stuff's just floating around. I was like, oh, what was this done on? This looks terrible. I was like, this is just terrible.
But it's funny when you look it through a different set of eyes.
Yeah.
From when you first saw it in the theater, maybe
Right.
back in the day, and you're like your mind was blown, and now you go back and
Right.
look at it, and you're like,
I I will say the only one that I did see in the movies in the theater and I thought that looks really bad is The Rock as the Scorpion King and The Mummy 2.
yep.
I think everybody was like, "Oh, that looks like straight garbage." I was, I think they blew all their money you know, at the front end of that movie,
Yep.
and then they got to where we have to have The Rock in here, and then it's like, oh, this is
How
we
are
don't
we
have
gonna
any
do
money
this?
anymore. We're gonna okay, we're half done.
Yep.
We're just gonna throw it out there and see what happens.
Yep. Yeah, that one had some questionable.
Yeah, that one, I have to admit those first two I do have a soft spot for, just because they kind of remind me, you know, they're just dumb fun popcorn
Oh,
movies. You know what I mean?
No, nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, it's I was
a good
just
time
like,
with
you know, it's but yeah, it does not excuse the
You're like, no,
horrendous special effects
no,
that they
sir,
have.
no,
Yeah,
sir.
that does not excuse you,
Yep, yep. You did not get a free pass on that one.
right?
I'm gonna run through really quick. I see
Okay.
a few people like popping up at the chat, and I'll kind of
Sure.
try to bounce back and forth through this. But we got William Cinema in here saying, "Hey there, Corey and Matt in chat. Good to see you."
How are you?
We got Nikki in here, great channel member, saying, "Good evening, fellas."
Awesome.
And then we got Holland saying, "What it is." Yep, what it is, Holland.
Nice.
I said that once in a live stream, and now I will never live it down.
Awesome.
I will never.
Those are the best though.
Oh, live streams are forever, or YouTube's forever, right?
Yeah,
Right?
you know, and then when you say one thing and people are like, "Oh, great!" Like I said, I've got one with Spring over on Movies That Make You that I was trying to figure out what movie Greg Nicotero had done, and now they will not live. The special effects guy, now they won't let me live it down. It's like every time I'm on there, they're like, "Oh, did Greg Nicotero? Did he do the special effects for this movie?" I was like, "Just shut up." I was like, "I get it."
So I'm going to run through the chat some more right after this, though, because when you bring that up, that's how I met you, was
Yes.
through his live stream.
Right.
How did you meet up with them, and what's kind of the story with that?
I met Josh through Instagram. Actually, he posted something about the new Toxic Avenger movie, and then we just got to chatting back and forth, and we realized that we both lived in Moore, Moore, Oklahoma, and so we tried to hook up to see the movie, but we never did. And then we just kind of kept in touch, and we ended up meeting at Tulsa Horror Con last year. I think it was last November. And then I met Spring up there too, and then we've been friends ever since.
Yeah.
So some of the nicest guys you will ever meet, and I met you through them, which is awesome. I've just made a whole lot of new friends through them and through the just the horror community all together.
I'd say even just like whatever in the YouTube, that's been the biggest benefit that I did not think about coming out. I've met a lot of great friends that I've known for years now,
Right.
which is kind of hard to say. Like I can't believe, but and met in person and stuff, get
Right.
to do some stuff like that. And that's cool. It's been one of the coolest benefits out of this whole
100%.
thing. So
Yep, I agree.
but OKC area, so you're down in the red dirt.
I am down in the red
Yep.
dirt is everywhere, especially in my neighborhood because they're building onto it. So it just anytime it rains, it just pours red dirt down the the street.
Yep. My sister, she graduated from Oklahoma State.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, OSU.
Yep, that's probably about that's probably about an hour, maybe an hour away from me.
Yeah, so I would she's my younger sister, so we did some runs down there to see her every once in a while, and I'd come back home with like red mud up the side of my car because she lived down like a dirt road kind of a thing, and people are like, "Where the hell have you been?"
Yeah, right.
I think in the 90s or whatever, I had like the forest green, like forest green colored cars were like the thing forever.
Oh yeah.
But then you'd have that orange dirt, the orange
Just
mud.
the orange and the red dirt. Oh yeah.
It stood out. It stood out.
Yes, it does kind of stand out. Yes.
I'd come back to work and they were like, "Where the hell were you at?"
Yeah. Where have you been?
Where
did
you
you
been?
get buried?
Yep. But no, I know she loved it down there. She still has a lot of good friends down there.
That's awesome.
We got Jeff in here, John Doe Juggalo, saying, "Good evening, my friends. Good to see you, sir." He's saying never come across you, and so that's the fun thing about doing these things. You get to meet new people that you might not have crossed before. So that's a great reminder in the description of this YouTube video or live stream, whatever.
Awesome.
Your Instagram page. So
Oh, awesome. I appreciate that.
yeah, please, if you've never come across Matt before in his Instagram page, please go check it out and yeah, show him some love. It doesn't cost you anything.
I would,
You have a
it
good
does
time?
not cost you anything.
No,
It's
have a good time.
I'm entertaining sometimes.
Well, aren't we all?
Yeah, right.
Aren't we all? Once in a
Right.
while. Jeff was saying, "Oh yeah, the double feature. I remember that. Yeah, the Escape
Yeah.
double feature. Yeah, that was fun.
I was in
'cause,
rare form that night.
I was getting there too.
I was in rare. I looked at the table next to me and I was like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah.
So, but what are you gonna do on
Nah.
a Saturday night when you're watching? You kind of have to do that when you're watching Escape from LA, though. I think.
If that's the worst thing we do
Right.
in our life,
agree.
I think we're okay.
100%.
Sitting at home, not harming anybody.
Yep, for real.
Yeah, I'm there too. So I was probably right there too that night.
Yeah, that was a fun night. That was a good night, though.
It was fun, and I loved being able to see some of those scenes people are talking about in LA,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Escape from LA that I hadn't
Yeah,
seen before.
that one is a classic for
It
sure.
is classic. Luke, what's going on? Luke Ponto in here saying, "What's up, y'all? Hope all is well." Yeah, we're doing good. We're just hanging out.
I'm
to
doing
see
good.
you.
I'm just down here in Oklahoma, just baking it up.
Okay, see, we're heating up again too. We've had some hot weather. It cooled. It got to where it was like normal,
Right.
I would say, where
Yeah.
you have the cool morning and get hot during
Yep.
the day. And then I was going back to just hot.
Yeah, that's where today was. We were talking about it at work. I was leaving, and I was like, "Oh man, it's only 95 degrees outside,"
Yep.
and I was like, "What is this ridiculous that I'm saying? Oh, good, it's only 95 degrees outside." Because I think yesterday was 107 or 108. It's just brutal.
Okay, you're past me, but still kind of the same type of deal where you wake
Yeah.
up in the morning, take the dog out, and you're like, "Ooh, it's nice. It cooled
Yep.
down to 78 degrees tonight." Or
Oh,
something like
it's only 80 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Awesome.
yeah. Ooh, open the windows up.
Yeah, right.
But we'll get that way too. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh,
And I think it's just another wave of the
Yeah.
heat coming through. So,
Yeah, I'm ready for fall.
oh, dude,
Yeah,
that's my time of year.
Me
Get a-
too. I'm the
Get a
same
hoodie.
way. Yep.
I run warm. I have to have some cool weather.
Yep,
So,
I do the same thing, and my wife just makes fun of me all the time. She was like, "You have a hoodie and long sleeves on, and why are you wearing shorts?" I said, "Because I hate pants. I don't like wearing pants."
I do that all the time.
I do.
So-
I'm halfway through. I'm into December and still wearing shorts, and she's like, "You're just stupid."
Nope, I'll throw out a hoodie and shorts any day.
Yeah,
and
I'm
that
down with
weather
that.
for me, I'm like, I'm good. And then
Yep.
my wife will be like 3 layers of clothes and like
That's
bundled up in blankets and stuff.
Same
And,
thing.
yeah.
Yep, mine's the same way.
Yeah. Let the legs be free. Let
I
'em
know.
go.
I
Let-
agree.
yeah.
I agree with you. I tell all my bosses it should be illegal to make people wear jeans in heat like this.
I have actually had that discussion not too long ago where I'm like,
so terrible.
why do the dudes have to wear the jeans? And
I
then-
would, yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. that I could get into.
we don't need to get into that, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Yes,
But I'm like, I'm hot, and I see somebody else where I'm like, I wouldn't be as hot if I didn't have my legs covered like that.
right. So it is.
Oh, the burden man.
Exactly right.
Oh, don't hate me for that. I was just joking around. We got Tony in here, Basement Blues, saying hi. Good to see you, man. We got Ace in here saying, hey there, everyone. Good to see everybody. I'm going to run through here really quick. If I miss anybody's, it's not on purpose. Throw it back out there if you want. But I want to maximize my time with Matt tonight and pick his brain a little bit. But we got Davey Deathray in here.
It's gonna be a short show if you're picking my brain.
Nah. Well, between the two of us, it'll be a short
We
one.
might be able to stretch 20 minutes.
15 minutes.
There we go.
Short, sweet, we're done. We got Davey in here saying hi. We got Dell in here saying what's up. Good to see you, Dell. Always good to see you, man. I want to at least say hi to everybody that jumped in here. So if I miss anything, like I said, not on purpose, just kind of run through and maximizing the time. Yeah, Jeff was saying just a little over a week, Corey. Yeah, so that's we were talking about meeting people through
Right.
this whole
Yeah.
crazy thing, meeting in real life, and Jeff here is one individual that I've been able to meet up multiple times with,
Oh, nice.
and will be again here, like he said, in just
Right.
a little over a week. But I heard it's going to be hot there. We're going to be in southern Tennessee, and so we'll see what.
I think it's just hot everywhere.
I think I'm just going to be a rare form.
Yeah.
Rare form. Look who we got here. Papa Gus in here.
Oh, look at that.
Well, hello there, my friends. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
But look at these cool. Who are you talking about?
Who is he talking about?
Who are you talking about?
He's got to be. Fix your camera, dude.
Yeah, exactly. There's a focus ring on the.
Yeah, right.
That's what I usually say about myself. But
He's not wearing his glasses. That's the problem. He didn't have his glasses.
that's
on.
all right. I appreciate him when he's doing that. So. All right, so we've been joking around. We've been like running through the chat a little bit. I wanted to jump in. So I know we won't just only talk about this, but
Right.
if people click on your Instagram link that I have in the description, which they
Yes, sir.
should, and follow and do all that fun stuff.
Please.
You do have a lean to horror,
I do lean heavily toward horror. I'll throw some,
which is good.
I'll throw some different things out in every
Yeah,
now and then.
yeah,
You know, like if I find something, come across something that strikes me funny, I'll repost it.
No,
But yeah, most of the stuff I cover on there is horror related or.
But I love that. I mean, you might have like it's okay, a favorite, but you could have other things that are like you really still enjoy and go into that. But
Yeah.
with the horror genre, and starting the channel, like what motivated you to want to start that Instagram page and to start posting things there?
I was I've had that page for a long time and it just sat dead for a long time. I didn't do it a whole lot, and then I came across the OKC horror page, and I was like, oh, they have horror conventions here. And then I just started, because I had no idea that was still going on. And then I started following different people, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I was like, I'm into this, so why not just try and throw some stuff up and see what happens.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot, took me a while to get comfortable posting stuff.
I agree with you,
because I was like, as much as you say you don't want to care what people think, you can't help sometimes. I mean, most of the time I don't, but
you still hear it.
Yeah, right.
You still hear it.
Yeah, you still hear it. But and I've loved horror for a long time since I was a kid, and then I kind of got out of it, and then I started getting back into it. And then there was so many, there's so many good channels out there and information and podcasts and stuff like that. I thought, you know what, I want to be part of this community. And then, you meet people like Papa Goss and, I met Sprang and, through them, like I said, I've met you, and it's just been it's been kind of a whirlwind ride for me. Cause I sat at 50, 60, 70 people. And now I'm up over, it's not a big channel, but I think I'm up over 400 now.
Dude, don't minimize that. That's you think about 400 people.
Yeah, I know. I was shocked because I just kind of, at one point I just kind of stopped looking.
Yeah.
I was just, I just kept posting stuff, and then I looked at it the other day and I was like, oh wow. I was like, that's nothing compared to some people, but I'm just happy that, there's people out there who give, who care what I have to say or what I have to post or something like that. So
yeah. No, I'll say never minimize that. I'm the same way too, where I've been doing it for a little while.
Right.
A lot of people have been doing a lot longer. A lot of people maybe shorter, but somewhere in there. But don't ever minimize that, man. When you think about that number, like when you get hundreds
I know.
I mean, to me, I'm like, oh crap, like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never expected that.
No, I didn't either. I mean, I was shocked when I saw it. I was like, wow. I was
Yeah.
like, this is, this is awesome. And you get to the thing I love most about it is you get good conversations like this. You
Yeah.
know, like you'll get messaging back and forth with people on there, and it's just, most of the people on there are really, it's as much as people badmouth the internet and social media. It seems like if you can find a corner like this, or like like probably 80s cartoons or something like that, you can find
Yeah.
a little corner of like-minded people. You're going to get, there's not a whole lot of negativity that I've noticed.
What do they say? Like, don't let the one bad apple
Yeah.
ruin the batch or whatever. Like
Right.
I probably said that completely wrong, but
That's
like
close enough.
don't let that one.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's the one that stands out the most.
Well,
You could have,
yeah.
unfortunately,
Yes.
and this is me too. I'll say it 100%. You could have 20 people saying like, "Hey, we're loving what you're doing,"
Right.
and you have that one that just rips into you, and
Yep.
it's hard to look past that one. But yeah,
Yeah.
don't let that one ruin the other cool people that are hanging out. I don't even care if it's 5, 2, whatever. I
Yeah,
don't care, but
I don't. It really does, and I said it surprised me, but it really doesn't matter to me. I just like posting stuff. I
Yeah.
just like putting, getting stuff out there and sharing stuff with people, and if people like it, that's awesome.
yeah, if you don't want it, you can pass on by.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah,
But it's cool to run into people
Yeah.
that get into. I always say this, and I don't mean in a bad way, but like there's
Right.
things I nerd out on,
Oh yeah,
and it's like having those people that are like, "Oh, you get me,"
yeah, right, yeah, exactly.
and you're like, "Oh, yeah, I'll talk with you anytime you want to.
Yeah,
You won't have to twist my
exactly.
arm,"
Yep.
kind of a thing. So,
Perfect. Yep.
do you? So with the horror genre,
Yeah.
is this something that's been lifelong, or is it more recent, or like
Yeah,
when you were a kid, or
like getting into it, like as much as I have now, probably the last 3 or 4 years, I've really just kind of dug back into it.
Yeah.
Like the two really good memories I have of my parents. My mom, it's just a funny story, and I got to tell the guy who played Michael Myers this story, and we were sitting there on we were sitting there on the couch one night, and she has no clue, and she goes, "Oh, look, it's a movie called Halloween," and it's around Halloween, So we watched the entire movie, and I'm scared shitless. It just scared me to death, and and then I was like, "Oh, I love this feeling." You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah.
it's just the adrenaline rush and stuff like that. And then my dad and I watched the original Salem's Lot from TV from the
Yeah,
80s.
Yep.
That movie scared the crap out of me too. Just the guy scratching on the window. I still don't like sleeping near a window to this day, and I know you know what I
Nothing wrong
mean.
with that.
Or like a sliding door or something like that. And I told my mom, I was like, "You guys really are mean." When we moved into a house, and I got the only room with a sliding door. I was like, "Really?"
Yeah.
I was like, I hate sliding. She goes, "This is the only one we can have." And I was like, "Oh, come on." So but no, and it's just been I've been going back through and watching some 80s movies that I hadn't seen before, and I love independent horror too, like low budget horror
nice.
movies. So I watch those a lot too. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's been a lifelong thing. Like I bounce back and forth between horror, Star Wars, I love action movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was Star Wars for a long time, and then it wasn't. I won't badmouth anyone, but it was.
But the horror came back into
Yeah.
the picture.
Oh
a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit
yeah,
more, so.
yeah. That's where and like I said, that's where I've met some of my best friends.
Yeah.
And honestly, some of the people I'm probably closest with now, came from, horror, talking horror movies.
Yeah. Well,
So
I dig horror movies. I get into them, but
Right.
I will never claim to be the biggest. Like I'm the biggest horror fan ever.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not, but I enjoy them very much. But I will
Yeah.
say the people I've met through doing all this stuff, a
Yeah.
lot of the horror fans have been some of the most passionate, most kind people I've
Yep.
met.
I
It's crazy, but you
I
might
agree
think
with
different or something.
Yep.
But
No. No. I agree 100%. They are horror. The horror community is a different. It's just a different vibe altogether.
yeah,
Like you can get a. I always say this when you go to if you go to like a big Comic Con or something like that, it just has a different feel than to me. I don't know if it's to everyone else, but going to a horror con, it seems like a lot of the people are a lot more accepting, a lot more,
yeah,
they're always a lot nicer. Um, I'll tell you this: my wife goes with me every year. She's not a huge horror fan, but I asked her. I said, "You don't have to go this year if you don't want to." And she goes, "No." She goes, "I have a blast."
yeah,
She was like, "I thought these people were going to be crazy and mean, and she had this whole stereotypical thing that she thought was going to happen, and then she goes, "Oh my God, these are some of the nicest people I have ever met."
yeah.
You know,
I've met so many welcoming people, and what's kind of cool too, it's kind of funny when I dip back. So I got introduced pretty young into some horror movies when
Right,
maybe I
yeah.
watched them too early or whatever.
Oh
But
yeah,
I think we all have those stories,
Yep.
but and maybe we'll get into those. But then later, like dipping my toe back into some things. It's very interesting. Like some are like, yes, please come in, like very welcoming. But
Yeah.
then I've had ones that are like, well, Corey, let's start with this one before you go to this one,
Yeah.
kind of a thing. Like
Right.
and it's not a mean thing. They're just
Right.
like let's tiptoe
Yeah.
into this one.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
There, and I've definitely got some friends that I was like, oh, I thought I knew, I thought I knew a lot,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then they start talking, and I'm like, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
even have
And I
any
think
idea
that's
what I'm
where
talking about.
they've seen a bit and they're just like, not saying you won't like it, not saying you
Right.
can't handle it, but
Yeah.
like let's start here, and if you're good
Yep.
with that one, maybe go on to this one, kind of a thing.
Yep.
But it's kind of cool. I mean,
Yeah.
they want you to be part of the
Uh huh.
conversation,
Well,
the fun.
and I think sometimes they're like, what, if you watch this one, you're never going to watch it. You
well,
know?
and that's the thing.
You're never going to watch that. You're never going to watch that genre again because there's so many
Yeah.
different genres of horror too.
Yeah, and yeah, from campy to extreme.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. And I had no idea there was like Italian horror.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
that's a
like
newer one to
Giallo
me
and
too.
stuff
Yep.
like that. And then Brennan, the horror green book. That dude is that guy's a book of information. He's got the right name because he is just I mean he knows everything about everything. It seems like
seems like a cool guy.
he's super cool.
I've never personally spoken to him, but I met
Right.
or I knew of him through your channels, you all,
Right.
that I'm talking about. And
Right.
then I'm like, oh, but that's the cool thing. Like all of
Yeah.
a sudden I'm, watching another channel and seeing some of the
Right.
stuff he's putting up there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yep.
no, he seems like a cool guy.
Yep.
No, I was like kind of referencing to, I think my earlier, exposure to horror movies was I
Right.
grew up in a very I was on a farm and we didn't have
Gotcha.
cable,
Yeah.
things like that.
Right.
My cousin was in town. He had cable. And,
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
yeah. So we'd go to sleep and everybody else goes to sleep and we wake
Right.
back up and HBO
Right.
Max and Cinemax came back
Yep.
on and started
yeah.
watching that. And I think some very early ones for me, franchises that really like, I was like, what the heck? I was scared, but I wanted to watch more.
Oh, yeah.
And I was young at the time. Like, so you're Nightmare on Elm Street,
Mm-hmm.
Friday the 13th.
Yep.
Oh gosh, what was the other one I was just thinking of? One of the very early ones was actually the old Night of the Living Dead.
Oh yeah, the first one.
Yeah. Black
Yep.
and white. And
Yeah, the black
That-
and white one. Yeah, that
that
one's
one's-
still creepy.
that
one's
one
all,
freaked me
that's
out.
the whole
like
deal.
crazy.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then probably the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Probably
that one's a big one. I remember when I saw that one, and I
don't
heard
think I
so
s-
much about it, and
Yeah.
I ended up seeing it at a friend's house. They had to, they rented the video. They rented back when you went and rented movies.
Yep. Yep.
They rented that one, and I was like, holy moly, this is that movie's so just unhinged and just
I don't-
on the edge. Feels like you're on the edge the entire time.
I don't think I slept much that night.
No, you can't. Not, especially if you're like, I think I was like 10 or 11 when I saw it, maybe.
Yeah.
And no, there was no sleeping.
I had to
freaked
be
out.
probably around that ballpark too, but
Yeah.
so I would say one of my influencers going and dipping into the horror genre
Right.
was my cousin who was only like not even a month older than me, but
Right.
he had that access, and then we'd go.
Yeah.
Did you have anybody that kind of dipped your toe into the horror movies?
Like I said, I mean, honestly, it was really my dad because none of my other friends, all the friends I grew up with are not real huge horror fans. So I was kind of off on my own. But, I would like, I grew up in a real Christian home, so it was kind of frowned on to, watch horror because it was evil and the
Yeah.
devil. But for some reason, they would just let me tear off and, go into Blockbuster by myself and rent whatever I wanted. So, of course, I'm grabbing, I would grab Nightmare on Elm Street or something like that. And I'd just wait until they were asleep and watch it.
Yeah.
I did have one buddy that I would go over to his house and we would watch. He would tolerate it, so he'd watch he'd watch them with me. My buddy Stuart, and I remember one day when the Nightmare on Elm Street, all of them came out in like a DVD, that first DVD box
Oh,
set.
yeah.
It's just such a funny story. We watched like the whole thing, and we got to I think it's the fifth one that has 3D glasses.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
and it came with 3D glasses.
Yeah.
Well, and we're young, and he's like, he can't see out of one eye. And he was like, I want to see the 3D. And I was like, dude, you can't see out of one eye. You have to have both eyes. And he goes, no. He goes, maybe if I cut one of these glasses in half and just fit them together. So he had like an eye patch
On one eye.
on one eye that was like one
Yeah.
side was red and one side was green or whatever.
Yeah.
It was so funny. But yeah, those are great memories of just doing like movie marathons of like that, Friday the 13th and Hellraiser. That one just freaked me out because there was a dude walking around with no skin, and I'm like, what is that? I don't
That
know
one,
what's happening
yeah,
right
that one
now.
always freaked me out too. And some of the, some of the other things.
Yeah.
Before, not to dive into it too much, and before we
Yeah,
go
yeah.
on the other ones, but you're naming some major franchises
Oh, yeah.
that you enjoy. Or are there
Yeah.
any others outside of that whether they're even newer ones that you're
I
digging?
loved. I don't know that Shocker is a franchise, but I love. I like the
that's
movie
fine.
Shocker.
Yeah.
I love I love John Carpenter, so like his Apocalypse, I think he calls it his Apocalypse trilogy, which is like The Thing, Prince of Darkness, and In the Mouth of Madness. I love.
Yeah.
I like Wishmaster's good. There's a whole bunch of those. I like those, and then I'm like I said, I'm real big into the campy, cheesy B movie. In any kind of B movie, you can probably guarantee I'm probably either on Tubi or, Pluto, just sifting through that. Like my wife walked in the other day. I love sharks, so I love shark movies.
And Tubi. Sharks
yeah,
and Tubi.
it's sharks and Tubi, right? And I was watching Water Park Shark.
Oh,
Like,
I have not
literally,
seen that.
It's brand new, dude, and it's like the guy who directed the first Sharknado
Yeah.
is one of the guy that directed that, and it's just I can't even remember how the sharks get into the water park, but yeah, they're attacking people in the water park. It happens, yes, yeah, it happens, and my kid's not big into horror, but when he was younger, he loved Sharknado, so I had to go find him. We made him a cake. That's probably my favorite franchise. One of my favorite franchises, just because my kid and I kind of bonded over that.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
And he wanted a Sharknado cake, and I was like, man, how the hell am I going to pull off a Sharknado cake? I was like, I have no idea. So we were walking through. We have a local store called Crest. So we were walking through there, and I was like, oh, they have like a beach. Like a cake that looks like a beach. So there's the ocean and there's the beach or whatever. And it came with something. And I was like, I don't need that. I just need that cake.
Yeah.
And then I went and found at that time, Funko had done a Sharknado Funko Pop. So it's like a shark inside the tornado.
Yeah.
So we just stuck that on there. And then
Mission accomplished.
and well, I wasn't done because I can't do that. So then I grabbed some of his Lego guys, and I just tore them apart. I just ripped them apart.
You have
and
like
stuck
legs
'em in-
over
yeah,
there.
I
and
had
like-
legs over here and torsos over here, and
That's hilarious.
and then my sister-in-law was like, "Well, you can't do that without blood." So she brought some kind of stuff, and we put like stuff
Well,
all
I'm
over,
sure, like-
all around it.
I'm sure there's like a syrup or cherry.
Oh
or
yeah,
something
that's
you
what
could
she.
do.
Yeah, she brought
yeah.
some kind of syrup or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one is probably the one that that I'm closest to, just because
Yeah.
we just bonded over that, and that was him just walking in and going, "Hey, what's this?" And he was, I don't know, I can't remember how old he was. He's probably 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And he crawled up in my lap on the couch, and we just ended up watching that, and then it was a big deal every year when the new one came out, because I think they did
You got to
like
watch
5
it. Yeah.
of them.
Oh, they went for a while.
so-
Yeah.
So yeah, but I like those, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some. Evil Dead, I love Evil Dead.
Yeah. Nice.
I love all of those. But yeah, I mean, like any of the old, I love B movies. I love them.
It's fun. You can have a good laugh and some
Yeah.
scares
Mhm.
along with it too. So.
Well, even B action movies are almost as good.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No,
I agree with that.
I can't remember the one I don't know. It was like a female. It was like the female kickboxer that was on Amazon. I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, I can't remember that.
But my wife walked in and she was like, "Oh my God, this
What are
is
you?
terrible."
What are you watching?
She said, "This is terrible." I said, "I know. It's awful, and I can't stop watching
You
it.
can't not stop watching.
It's
it.
like the stupid Hallmark Christmas movies every year." She's like, "Oh my God, you're
It
watching
just-
these again?"
It just
I can't-
traps people in different ways.
It does. It really does. And those go back to watching them with my mom. We'd go over when my mom was alive. We'd go over and
Yeah.
watch those. And my kid watches them all the time. Still watches them because that was his thing. He'd go over and watch those with them. But yeah, and my wife kind of likes them, but it's usually on in the background during the holidays. She's
Nice.
like, "You do realize this is the same story every time, just a different location, right?" And I said, "Yes, that's the best part.
Just like the Hallmark
Yeah,
movies.
that's the best part. Yeah, it's like that is the best part." So
I love that. I'm going to do another speed run here
Yeah,
really
sure.
quick. Jess is in here saying have a fun stream. Thanks, Jess, if you're still in here. Gizmo, I always have to like proofread yours. I know you love me, but you love giving me a hard time, but I appreciate you being here. So you can't stay, but good to see you in here, man. I need to hang out with you again sometime really soon. We got Adrian James in here saying hello, everyone. Good to see you. Early morning hours for you. Okay, I'll bring this one up. Gizmo says, I was super negative until I met Corey. He introduced me to Mr. Naked and my life turned positive. So my dog, my
Right.
100-pound lab, he likes to call him Mr. Naked.
oh, that's awesome.
Because he doesn't wear clothes. It's true. He doesn't
Yeah,
wear
he doesn't.
clothes.
I have a lazy. I've got about a 68, 70-pound lab laying down on the floor.
Yep. You've never heard a more sorrowful sigh than an unemployed
Oh,
heavy lab laying down. You know,
that
you hear
is 100%.
and you're the
Yeah, yeah. You just lay down and
you're like,
it
oh, it
sounds
must have been a
like-
rough day, huh? But
Yeah, yeah. You come home from work and they just go.
yep,
I'm like, really?
yep.
It's a rough day, huh?
I just ate and then I had to lay down. So,
Yeah, right.
you know, like, all right, buddy.
Oh, I had to go outside for 5 minutes. It's
Keep
so
on,
hot.
keep on battling that fight there.
keep on fighting.
Yeah.
You'll make it one day.
Yep. Fight against the power there. So, no, our dog is completely like that. So,
Oh yeah, ours is the same way. We have 4 dogs. We're just dumb. We just have 4. We have 2 Yorkies and a lab and a shepherd mix. And
Oh, wow.
it is it's a nightmare.
I
I love all of them, but it's a nightmare.
We've kind of been a one dog house.
I really
at a
wish
time.
some days I wish we were a 1 dog house, especially at 5 o'clock, because we have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work.
Yeah.
So on Saturday and Sunday, they're like, "Hey, it's time to eat. It's 5 o'clock." So
Yeah.
I got 4 dogs jumping on me.
You're like, let's sleep a little.
Oh
longer.
yeah, no, they won't let me. I just finally just get up.
Yeah.
Stupid dogs.
Growing up, we always had more, but we were on a
Right.
farm and they were always
Oh,
outside.
yeah.
They were outside.
Yeah.
One inside. He likes to jump on our bed and drop on my kneecap when he's like
Yeah.
100 pounds. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
we've got that. This one just jumps on my back when he's ready to eat.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my God, seriously, dude.
Well, those fur babies.
Right? You gotta love them.
You gotta love them. You gotta love them. Davey was saying, yeah, Star Wars got pretty horrific there.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Rogue One. That's a good one.
Yeah. I'll agree.
I love
enjoyed that one.
Andor. Series Andor. If you haven't watched it, that one's great.
Yeah. I have not.
It's if you've got Disney Plus, you should really watch that. I mean, that one's,
I just got it back.
yeah,
actually.
you should watch. You should really watch Andor. It's really, really good. I mean, it's just it follows. It goes right up to the beginning of Rogue One. So, yeah, it's really great.
Nice. I'll have to check that out. I just got it. I literally just got that back.
Did you?
But yeah. There was a little deal thing going on. I'm like, oh, I'll try it out again for a little bit.
That's we didn't have it forever, and then we wanted to, and then we lost because we're big college football fans too. So we like OU, so we lost the station that was carrying OU. And then ESPN picked it up, so we got the ESPN Hulu, Disney Plus bundle, whatever that is. We finally got Disney
too.
Plus. Is it? Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, it was like doing. Disney Plus, Hulu, and HBO Max. I think it was all.
That's what. Yep.
Yeah.
We didn't get HBO Max because I had it free through the phone.
Oh yeah.
So I was just I was like, let's just get Hulu.
Yep. Oh, you? Oh, so okay. So don't hate my sister because she's OSU.
I know. Your sister's fine. She's all right.
Sinners versus the Cowboys.
She's well, not anymore. That's what sucks. Is they don't play anymore.
Never?
Not in football. No, They moved that OU moved conferences, so they don't. Mike Gundy got his butt hurt and took him off the schedule.
That's the thing. It's kind of weird where like some states, even if they're not in the same conferences or stuff, they'd still have that one game a year.
That's I mean, we figured they would, and he got pissed off.
And he said no.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it'll come back eventually. They've got a new head coach. So.
I think they would have to because that just like brings in a ton of people when you have in-state rivalry like that.
That's so. I can't believe we haven't had it for like 2 years. I think maybe longer
that's sold out. Like I mean, you pick any state even. I mean that has two
in-state, two
decent
schools.
Sized schools, and they come together and alternate. What stadium they're at?
Oh yeah,
year.
Absolutely.
You're packing that. You're packing that thing.
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Yeah. Dave was saying, horror reminds me of punk rock. You are amongst people who are, in some ways, on the fringes of society. I mean that in the best possible way, and I'm happy to be one of those weirdos.
I agree.
We all got our special kind of weird.
Hey, dude, everybody's got a special kind of weird. That's the thing I try and tell my kid, man. I said, like what you like.
Yeah.
And
you'll find people. You're not the only one. That's what I told him. You'll find people that dig it too. And but don't be ashamed of what you're into.
Yeah.
Like if you have fun with it, just have fun with it. And
and it's I think the funny thing is it's a lot easier nowadays to be into stuff like that.
I would agree.
Than it was when we were growing up. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like girl I work with, her daughter I think she just turned 21 and she's huge into anime. Her and her boyfriend both love anime. Yeah. And they were going to an anime convention that we had here. And I was like, man, I'd have gotten torn up if I was 21 and went to an anime convention when I was that age. You know what I mean?
But that's what's cool about right now. I mean,
that's one of the good things.
Believe me, yes. That's what. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's so many things I can say. I could be down on, and every single person can. But you got to grab onto those little diamonds there every once in a while, and that's one of them is having some spots like that where you go and you're like, oh you all love this too, let's talk. It's kind of like us hanging out right now on YouTube. Like it's
absolutely
like, you dig this too, let's talk about it,
right?
And, but it's cool you can have some connections like that and do that. So we got Mika in here, part of Mika and Kira. They're a double feature podcast saying hey there. Hey Corey and everyone. Good to see you. Gizmo was naming some of his titles. I am too embarrassed to name that he said on live streams when I was with him. I'm going to pass on those, Gizmo, but I love you. I love your enthusiasm.
Are they horror movies, or are they other type of movies?
Well, I'll say it. I don't care. Killer condoms and scissor penis.
Oh my god!
And, yeah, I think there are like a lot of vinegar syndrome type releases. So
yep.
I said that. Don't clip that.
Frankenhooker.
Yeah, probably a lot of those, but yeah, he likes to throw those out, and he likes to shake my cage every once in a while.
I like it.
He's a good guy.
I love it.
Yeah, he's a good guy. We get some highs back and forth. I'm going to try to go really quick. Sorry if I miss anyways. It's not on purpose. Like I said, I'm trying to run through here, just maximize my time with Matt tonight. But sometimes I fall behind on the chat. But yes, I did. Holland called me out. I said the scissor P word. So I had to censor it that time. So yes, I did say that, Holland. So so when we were talking about like so your horror movies, the people you're like hanging out with and like getting to meet people, but I've seen a lot of things on your Instagram page of getting autographs. And
oh yeah, I love getting autographs. That's one of the things I think is the coolest part. Sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, that's what I want. Bring it.
That's one of my favorite things. You know, like, and my wife. It's fun to see my wife geek out too. Like we were all standing around after the Lost Boys panel at the last convention.
Yeah,
and she was going to the bathroom or something, and like Jason Patrick from Lost Boys kind of bumped into her. Yeah. When he was walking by her, and he goes, oh, excuse me. And I guess they talked, they talked for a little bit, and then he went on back to his table, and she was texting me, and she goes, I just talked to Jason Patrick. I just, just over and over again, So
she's like, I just fell in love. Sorry.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm leaving you. I'm going with Jason Patrick. I'm leaving with Jason Patrick.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Love you, but bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's one of the things I love the most is getting to meet the actors that you grew up watching.
Yeah.
For years. And what's surprising is that, a lot of people say don't meet the people you look up to. I have yet to come across anyone that has been, rude or short or, didn't seem like they wanted to be there. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
It was, I love Scream's one of my favorite horror movies. So I've had the chance to meet, a bunch of people from the Scream movies. I didn't even mention that one earlier. That's one of my favorite franchises. I didn't mention it earlier.
Yeah.
Like I met Rose McGowan. She was super sweet.
That'd be cool to,
it was, I met the guy who played, Derek Mears, who played Jason in the Friday the 13th remake.
Yeah. Yeah.
I met him Friday night with my son, and I was telling him, just a little story about my wife walking in, and, she's not a big horror fan, but she said, oh, she goes, Jason doesn't take prisoners, at some point in that movie, he takes, he captures someone.
Yeah.
And I was telling him about that, and I said, she's going to come back with me this weekend. And he goes, you know what? He goes, bring her by, and I'll explain why we did that.
Oh.
So on Sunday, I just went, it was real quick. There wasn't a whole lot of people at his table at that point. And real quick, I just went up and told him, I just introduced her, and he remembered me, and he goes, oh, hey, he goes, is this your wife? And I said, yeah. He goes, okay. So he said, so I hear that Jason doesn't take prisoners. You think Jason doesn't take prisoners? He goes, and he kind of sat down. He goes, let me tell you why. And he probably sat there for maybe 10 minutes, just explaining to us why the director and him came up with this story.
Yeah.
And there were people in line waiting for him, and he would glance back, and then just he took the time to, explain that whole thing to us. And I thought, she walked, we left, and she goes, these people are so cool.
Yeah. Well,
they're so nice, and they're so cool, and they act like they want to be there, so.
Well, in that situation, it's not even like acting like they want to be there. You're like,
Yeah.
they want to be there.
Oh
And
yeah.
you dug into something I think is interesting and I want to talk to you about it,
Yeah.
kind of a thing. And that's,
Yeah.
that's super cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. But yeah, I've been off and on autograph collector for quite a while, and I love just displaying them. Just having them hanging up.
Yeah. Do you hit a lot of conventions?
I try to hit as many as I can. Most of the time, I stay local, so I do I've
Yeah.
done the horror cons. We have Galaxy Con here too.
We have one coming up here. You were talking about Friday the 13th. Not
Yeah,
to cut you off, but
yeah, yeah.
Kane Hodder is going to be at that one,
Oh,
and
awesome.
I would love to go there to have him sign my box set that I have
Oh
from
yeah, that'd be
Scream
great.
Factory. But
Yeah,
we'll see.
that box
He-
set's so cool.
He's yeah, it is. That's a great one.
Yeah.
But he's one of my favorites.
Mhm.
And everybody's got their favorite. And,
Oh yeah,
I will never shame anybody having a different one, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's. I think it'd be pretty cool to meet up with him. But
yeah. Most of those guys are so cool. Like Doug Bradley, who plays Pinhead from Hellraiser. We walked up and there wasn't a whole lot of people at his table. It was a Friday night, and I got an autograph, and he was just asking how the weather had been, and making
Yeah.
small talk, and we
Yeah.
were talking, and he goes, I was just standing up, and he goes, here, just sit down. So I sat down behind his table with him, and my wife and I just talked to him for a good 20 minutes, like he was just like we were friends, and it was just that's the kind of stuff you look forward to.
oh yeah, I mean that's pretty cool when they're just like, hey, hang
Yeah.
out for a little bit.
Yeah, they're
I'm,
super cool.
I'm
I
having
mean,
fun. Let's
Yeah,
hang out
yep.
for a little bit. And-
Yeah, that's super cool. So, and it was, it's a lot of fun. Those things are a lot of fun. But yeah, I get to as many as I can. Unfortunately, they're getting so expensive now
I'll
to
agree,
even get into.
let alone autograph or
Yeah,
a
let alone all.
picture
And,
or something.
you know,
or-
I was going to I would go to Star Wars conventions when going to Star Wars conventions weren't cool. And those guys were they were only charging like 10, 15, 20 bucks.
yeah,
At that point. And, the same guys that are around now are charging 80, 90, well, some of these prices are ridiculous. I mean, I think I saw Mark Hamill was like $800, $800.
I'd seen
something like that.
pictures and I always wondered. I'm not saying they're not true, but anymore I'm like, is that a real?
No,
Like,
I think that's,
but
legitimate.
I've heard regardless of or irregardless of what
Yeah.
the actual dollar amount is, I've heard he's high.
Yeah.
For that, but and then I hear of people that I'm like, I wish I was going to them back when you were there, and
Yep.
they're like, dudes were there signing stuff for free because they had a movie
Yep.
coming out the next year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah, like I know we went to WizardCon one year, Wizard World in Chicago. And yeah, there were a bunch of I met Stan Lee
nice.
in Chicago, and
Nice.
we were just standing around in the they had different booths, and we just walked through the Marvel booth, and my buddy that I was talking about earlier, Stuart, was like, you should probably turn around. And I was like, what? And I turned around, and fucking Stan Lee's standing right behind me, and I'm like, whoa. I was like, what's happening
You're
right
like,
now?
hey, I know you.
And I was like, yeah. So that's one of my favorite things. I've got an autographed Thor was one of my favorite characters, and I got an autographed Thor comic and
Nice.
a framed with a picture, and then the little lanyard thing that that we got from there. So that was fun.
Nice. I love that.
Yeah, that was fun.
Dave was saying, love what they did with Jason in the '09 remake.
Yep.
That's the most interested I've been in the character. He was like Spider, and Crystal Lake was his web.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Yeah, if you can, I wish I could remember what podcast he was on that he was talking about, like all the backstory that they had built. He did the guy who plays Jason, Derek Mears, did a whole thing, like a whole backstory. Like he lived off the land and he was a survivalist and all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, I really enjoy that one too. And that one will throw you off because you think you're going to follow four people and then they get whacked pretty quick, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess we're starting over.
Right. Right. So what's the isn't there a Crystal Lake series that's coming out?
Yep,
Yeah.
there's Crystal Lake on I think it's Peacock, and I believe it starts in October.
So are you looking forward to it?
Oh
or?
yeah. I'm looking forward to that one. I like the I cannot remember the actress's name that's in it right now. Linda something. She's really good. She's playing Jason's mother. And I guess it just leads up to, I guess, how he becomes Jason.
Okay.
But I guess she goes a little,
Off the rails.
well, we all know she twists off in the first movie, so I guess she started twisting off a lot earlier than that, evidently.
Yeah.
So
There were signs.
There definitely was.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
Hard left turn for you.
Okay, let's do it.
You got Ozzy Osbourne on your shirt.
I do have Ozzy Osbourne on my shirt.
Are you a music fan?
I am a music fan. I love all genres of music. I don't think there's one that I don't like.
Okay.
Maybe reggae, because I haven't listened to it a whole lot.
Yeah.
Probably the ones that I will listen to the most are, I love like movie scores.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Yeah.
So I used to have, and it just got lost in a move at some point, but I used to have a big CD collection of, Hans Zimmer, we had John Williams, Marco Beltran, Michael Giacchino, all those guys, James Horner, Alien soundtracks, stuff like that. I just love that music. It fascinates me how, I think we were talking about, I was talking about it on another show, how those scores are so important to the way movies feel. And I think the best example of that is probably my favorite movie of all time, Jaws. If that music doesn't work, that movie doesn't work.
I agree.
I mean that movie still, and that movie still plays.
It's just as important.
Yeah. I mean, it's just as important, or maybe more so. I think that's why you see people like Spielberg going back to him over and over again, because he just, he's one of those guys that just gets it and can, turn something into, just pure gold, and then I love, like I said, I grew up in the 80s, so I'm a huge hair metal, I love Ozzy, Motley Crue.
Wrong with that.
I loved, I loved Rat, was one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
And Scorpions. I'm trying to think there was one band called Pretty Boy Floyd, which I think they brought back in I think James Gunn brought them back in Peacemaker.
Okay.
I think that's one of the bands he did. I don't know that guy. I was talking to someone the other day, and I said, are there better two directors that pull music from different genres than James Gunn and Quentin Tarantino? Do you know what I mean?
They go for some, at the time, deep cuts, and then they get popular again.
Yeah, right. Yeah, deep cuts. But yeah, I mean, some of the music that Quentin pulled, I would have never listened to. And like Reservoir Dogs is one of my favorite soundtracks.
Right.
And I love Reservoir Dogs because he does the like the radio intros in between the songs. He just left them in.
Was it Stephen Wright?
Yeah, Stephen Wright. Yeah, with Big Dan and the Behemoth or whatever it is. I can't deliver like he does. But yeah,
he's got that just monotone.
Yeah, just monotone, dry,
deadpan.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I love classical music.
Yeah.
I love rap music. I love, when I was growing up, I would go, I grew up in stages too. So I'd go from metal to, LL Cool J, Eazy-E, Run DMC, stuff like that. And then I'd freak out when they did, Run DMC and Aerosmith were together. I was like, what the hell's happening right now? I was like, Two worlds are colliding and it's awesome.
Yeah, no, I'll agree with that 100%. That when that happened, I remember, but then also early 90s, there were some movie soundtracks that were doing.
Man.
So you got like, Now I'm blanking.
You want me to say
Virtuosity was kind of
Yep.
one.
Judgment Night.
Judgment Night. That's the one I was trying to think
I
of.
thought I knew. See, anytime someone says '90s, I'm like, and they
And
say
heavy
soundtrack,
metal and
that's
rap.
that's the one they go to, man.
Yeah.
That is a solid soundtrack.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is awesome.
But it's I don't want to say it's jarring, but it's putting some things together you or like maybe don't think work together
That
And-
work together.
but they do. But they do.
Yeah, 100%.
And then all of a sudden, you got people who are like, "Well, I never heard of Anthrax. Oh, I never heard of Public Enemy." Or,
Yeah,
or
right.
whatever.
And how great is it? How great is that song?
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
bring
and
the
that's a
noise.
Yeah, bring the noise. That's a
Yeah.
classic.
Oh, you can. How can you not get hyped up for that one?
And I love like there are some really really bad covers and there's some really good covers. And when Korn covered Word Up, I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. I was like, this is this is great. But I go into that stuff too. So I love I like Korn, I like Limp Bizkit, I love Soundgarden is awesome.
Speaking of covers, I think it's been kind of a cool. Okay, I go all over the place, so sorry.
No,
but
you're good.
Some hard rock bands or like alternate, whatever you want to call, that do some maybe pop songs. In
Oh
their
hell
own
yeah,
way.
dude.
Oh gosh, Careless Whisper. Who am I thinking?
It's
of?
is it Red?
No.
Is it
Somebody in the chat's
I
gonna
know
say
who
it
you're
before I come up with
I
it.
know who you're
but
talking about.
I hate that I'm totally blanking on. But anyway, there's like some that come up, and I'm like, that shouldn't work. But I'm like, that's awesome. Seether, thank you, Papagas.
Who was it?
Papagas, Seether.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I think that one's really good. And then I think like didn't Disturbed do
They did Land of Confusion.
Land of Confusion, but then they did what was the
They did.
Papagas?
They did.
Papagas will jump in here.
He's
too.
gonna get us. He's a wealth of
He's
knowledge when
he's
it
too
comes
quick for
to.
us. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, that's it. Whatever that song is. Yes.
I'm blanking on the title.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
But that's
No, that
cool.
one's
It's
good.
kind of cool when they do some of that stuff.
Yo, I love it. I have no idea who the band is, but there's like a really heavy band that covers a Taylor Swift song.
Oh, really?
And it should not work.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is heavy. And one of the girls I work with is just a super fan. And I was like, hey, I finally found a Taylor Swift song that I like. And I sent it to her on Spotify. And she was like, oh my God. And I was like, yeah, it's awesome. I know.
No, that's cool. Yeah.
I wish I could figure out who that was. Yeah, that's a good song.
Well, yeah, we got people chiming in with that some of the stuff. Well, Davey was saying they weren't hair metal, but Megadeth all day.
Oh, I love
And,
Megadeth.
one of my, I lived out on a farm, and there was another
Right.
farm not too far from me. We were about the same age, and he was the one that introduced me to Megadeth, and I was like, "What is this? You're listening to? You know?"
Right.
Kind of got into that. I'll agree. Crow soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
I say the first and the second. The Crow.
City of Angels.
Yes, that's
that
a
it?
good. That's a good.
Yeah,
one
that's a good
too.
soundtrack. Both of
That's
those
a good one,
soundtracks
too.
are good. I've got one on the tip of my tongue, and I cannot think of what it is.
I'm at the point where I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I know a great one," but I can't think of.
Yeah,
the
I
name
know.
of
I'm
it.
just doing the same. I'm doing this. The funny thing is, I can see the album cover, and I
Yeah.
can't make. I have no idea who it is.
Davey's agreeing with Judgment Night. I'll agree that one, but I think that was cool. There, you had some of those that kind of shook things up a
Yeah.
little bit, where you were like,
Judgment Night is a banger, man. Those things.
yeah. "Great
That
movie
movie's
too."
great too.
I have a,
yeah,
I
the
have a fun
movie's
time
great
with the movie.
too. I
Yeah.
love that movie.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a classic Cuba and
you think
who
about
else is in it? Piven.
Dennis Leary and Estevez and
What's funny is Dennis
Pivens?
Leary as
I
a
think Pivens.
Dennis. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Jeremy Piven.
Yeah.
Who's the other guy? Who plays Estevez's brother? He was in Blade. Steven Dorff.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yep, I
Yeah,
was blanking.
Steven Dorff.
Yep.
And then the guy. Speaking of music, the lead singer from House of Pain is
Oh.
one of his henchmen. I can't think of his name right now.
I did not.
I can't think of his name.
Connect
He's
that.
but yeah, Dennis Leary as a heavy was crazy because you saw he was just the comedian that was screaming and hollering, and then he busts out into that movie, and I was like, okay, this guy's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
He plays a good villain.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, he does. Have you ever seen The Ref?
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
that is a staple in this house. Every Christmas we watch The Ref. You got to watch it.
No, I need to watch it again. It's been a long time, but yes, I agree. I enjoyed that one. One with him, not to go too far off, that I have not watched. I get more into movies than series, and there's so many series that people are like, you gotta watch this. You go, what was the firefighter one?
Rescue Me.
Yeah.
Great show.
I've heard of so many good things about that, and I
really good show. That's a really good show,
and it had an interesting twist with after 9/11 and everything, and
it was that's a solid show. Yeah, that's an old show.
Solid drama. Yeah, it's been it's been out for a long time, but like I said, for whatever reason, I'll start watching some series that I think are interesting, but I just don't stick with them. And I don't know if it's
so funny. I got a buddy at work that does the same thing. I'll tell him, man, watch this show. And
I don't know if it's just my attention span or I don't know what it is. But so one, okay, I'm gonna go off the tracks again. But one I just watched last night, the first episode.
Yeah.
Older one. It wasn't out for a really long time, maybe 3 seasons, but so many people talked about it.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of Mads Mikkelsen, but I watched the first episode of Hannibal.
Oh, holy shit, dude.
And
you were in for a ride, dude.
I was like, I can see watching this one.
Yeah, that is a great one. I was so bummed when they canceled that.
Yeah. No, I can see watching that one.
Yeah, you should please stick with that one because that one's really good. Well, no, it's really good.
That doesn't seem as daunting because it's like 3 seasons, I think, or something.
Yeah, it's only 3, and I don't even think those. I think TV shows now are a lot easier to get into than they were because, like, my wife and I are watching a show that we both love called Lioness on.
Oh yeah,
I've got Zoe Saldana on it.
I've heard good
in
things.
it, and it's on Paramount Plus. But it's like every season's like 8 or 9 episodes. Then you're out.
Yep.
You know, you're done. So, I mean, right now pushing it for me, if a show is over, I don't know, 16 episodes, I'm out. I can't, I can't take that. I don't know how they wrote for, I can see how Lost got so bad so quick. Yeah. When they just ran out of stuff to do. If you let them do what they wanted to, if you let them do what they wanted to and come back for season 2 and do like 16 episodes, 12 episodes, and then be done, that's fine. But if you've got 22 shows, you've probably got 11 that are just filler.
Yeah.
That are just, who cares? Yeah. So yeah, if you can do a show in like 10, 16, 8 episodes, I'm in.
Yeah, that's the problem when I come into them later where somebody's like, oh, you got to watch this. And then I look at it and it's like, oh, it's 10 seasons with 13 episodes a season and they're each an hour long. And then I'm like, oof.
Have you watched Breaking Bad?
No, I haven't. That's like one. Oof. Well, I'll say I've watched like 3 episodes, the first 3 episodes of that.
Okay. Let me tell you, you got to get Breaking Bad is a slow burn and it's a little rough. The first season's a little rough.
Yeah.
But once you get into it, it's got some of the greatest character acting and, villains. Oh, they're great.
I can see liking it. That's the weird thing. I don't know. Yeah. Like I said, it's the weird thing about me. I'll watch like 2 or 3 episodes of a series. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'd watch more of that. And then I don't.
Yeah, I know. I've done that too.
Like, I don't know what to say, but that's where we had the answers coming in for Seether there. So
yeah, it's a good band too.
And then Sound of Silence. When we were talking about Disturbed,
so good.
That dude's voice, he can.
Yeah, he's so good, dude. That guy's so good.
He can wail.
I love Evanescence too. I love.
She can.
She has one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard.
It's a strong voice too. It's like
that's what I'm saying. Is she can go super soft, and
But
then
then
just
she can belt it.
yeah, she's amazing. I love that band.
So I think even, and I apologize, I can't think of his name right now, but when you're talking about
Right.
Disturbed with Sound of Silence,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
with him, I think she's kind of like that too, where they go very like soft and delicate, and then
Mhm.
they just like, we're dropping the hammer now, and
Yep.
like, and just belt it out. And I think
There's a
she's one of those. She can drop it.
there is a band now called Spirit Box,
Mm.
um, and there she's kind of the same way, but that goes more to, okay, I'm going to sing real soft, and then I'm just going to scream my head off.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I mean, just loud and guttural, and yeah, it's pretty good. Her and Amy Lee both do a song together.
Oh, I'll
Um,
have to check that
that's
out.
really really good. But that's the thing is a couple of a lot of my friends are like, oh, you like new music? I was like, I like all music, dude. I'm not going to listen to, Led Zeppelin my whole life.
Yeah,
I love Led Zeppelin. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love Van Halen and,
but I can like
you
other
know,
things too.
yeah, I love, like Jimi Hendrix is one of my favorites. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
When the Wind Cries Mary is one of my favorite
Oh,
songs
yeah.
ever. And then I think, well, one of my favorite movies ever is one of the biggest flops in the world is Ford Fairlane.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
With Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah,
Freaking
yeah.
I love that movie. And
Man, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
I just got it. I was so excited. I just found a poster off of eBay that I got I think I got it for like $15. And I was
Nice.
like, oh, nice. That's the other thing. I drive my wife crazy because I collect all kinds of shit. So stuff's showing up all the time. Like I collect movie posters and DVDs.
You're
and,
not contained to.
records, and yeah, I'm not contained. I was off of the pops until I started hanging out with someone in the chat. And
Do they have a name that has
yes, they
pop
do
in
have a
it?
name that has pop in it. Yes.
Yeah.
And then this fool sends me, he just sends me all kinds of stuff all day long. He's texting me stuff. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. Like, dude, you got to stop.
I tell you what, one of the coolest gifts I ever got from a friend that I met on this whole thing.
Right.
You can't see it really well, probably, but they did a custom pop of me and my dog. So yeah,
You know what?
And I'm holding a
That's
remote
awesome.
in a popcorn bucket, and my
That is
little dog's next to me. So
That is awesome. I have my wife got me a custom one for my birthday this year.
nice, nice.
Yeah, it's awesome. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't either. When
I
I
had
got
no
it, I
idea
was
that
like,
was a
"What?"
thing.
I was like, "What the heck is this?"
I was like,
yeah,
why is
and
my
the front
name,
of it
why
says,
is my name on this box?
"Yeah, yeah." No, I opened it and I was like, "What the heck is this?" And it says, "Mr. Wilkie and Jax."
Yeah,
was my
awesome.
dog. So,
That's
and I was
awesome.
like, "What the heck?" And then
Yeah,
I
I love
figured
it.
out Jeff,
Yep.
my good friend Jeff, John Doe Juggalo, he sent that my way, and it was
Awesome.
super cool. But I was like, same thing. I was like, I didn't know this was a thing you could do.
Right? I had no idea.
Yep. Okay, where am I at? Where am I at? I'm gonna like try to jump through here really quickly. I'm gonna miss some stuff, I know, but we got Jim in here saying hi. Hello, Matt. Everyone in the chat. Hello, Rat
Hello,
Master.
Jim.
That's me. That's me. And I wear that name with pride. I try to live up to it every single day. I'm just making sure. Corey is Creed all of the time. Yeah, they give me a hard time because I do like my Creed once in a while. So.
Hey, don't no. I've seen Creed live 3 times.
Okay.
I've seen them live 3 times. I love me some Creed. I was disappointed that they sold out when they came here. It was last year, or year before last. They sold out before I could get tickets.
Oh,
But I really wanted to go.
they have a thing coming around. It's a little ways from me, but in Iowa at
Right.
the Field of Dreams, like the movie.
I've always wanted to go there.
They're having a concert there. Well, a 3-day
No.
concert, and one of the nights they're the headliner of it, and I
Nice.
was like, I kind of want to go, but the tickets are kind of pricey.
Yeah,
and
that's the other thing, man. Is going to
everything's
concerts now.
expensive.
Oof.
So expensive.
Yeah.
I always joke. I remember, so we always grew up on a farm, did a lot of
Mhm.
rural stuff. So
Right.
the Iowa State Fair, that was a big thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We were showing horses, cattle,
Right.
pigs.
Yeah.
We were there working. We were
Right.
showing the animals, but they had each night of that they had somebody playing at the grandstand, this big
Oh yeah.
grandstand outdoor thing, and whether you had tickets to it or not, you could stand outside of it and hear it
And hear it.
just
Yeah.
fine. So there's a bunch of concerts I listened to outside of that, and some I got to go into, and
Right.
yeah, it's always kind of fun. But I was gonna say the first concert I bought a ticket to go into, it was the first concert I went into, but is the first
Right.
one that hit $15 a ticket
Oh yeah.
in the 80s.
15 whole dollars.
$15 was Cheap Trick.
Awesome.
And my dad chewed me out forever. Who in the world would ever pay $15 to go see a band play music, you know? And then probably about 15, 20 years later,
Right.
he was going to some country, I can't remember, Kenny Chesney or somebody like
Right.
and he was
And
paying
that
like
probably cost him $80.
80, $90. And I was like, you remember the time you chewed me out for paying $15 for Cheap Trick?
Right.
And he'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's funny how they don't ever remember that shit. Yeah. Oh, what? I would never have said something like that.
Yeah, why? I think you got me mistaken for somebody
Right.
else, but I still remember that. Like, who in the world would pay $15 for a concert ticket? And,
Right.
but it was those are always good times too. Like I said, like even if you didn't have the money to go into it and you were there,
Oh,
you could
yeah,
stand
it's
outside
great.
of the grandstand and still
Heck yeah.
hear it and hang out with everybody. But and they always had a pretty good. I'll say this. You can say what you want about the Midwest or Iowa, whatever,
Right, yeah.
but they brought in a good mix of music, and they still do
They
to that
still do.
to that
Yeah.
grandstand. If you go look at it, you got like your pop chart stuff, you got your
Right.
country music, you got some rock, you got some rap, you got
Right.
like they do. I think they do a good
Yeah.
job, kind of rounding it out a little bit and
Yeah.
some different stuff. So
I don't know. The two I'm most, and they're opposite ends of the spectrum, but the two concerts I'm most upset about, they both played in Tulsa. Was Black Sabbath when they were on their reunion tour.
yeah,
I don't know how many years ago. My wife didn't want to go, and I could not get anybody else to go with me. And I was like, I don't want to drive to Tulsa by myself. So I ended up not going, and I really wish I had. And then the other one is they played in Tulsa too, and it was Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube were both playing. And I was like, oh, I really want to go to that one too.
yeah.
And then my son was in marching band. And I think he had a marching band competition or something that weekend. So I didn't get to go to that either.
Yeah, I've had some of those misses too, where it's like, oh, that was a cool one. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's not going to work out. But
Like Iron Maiden. I'm a huge Iron Maiden fan. I love Iron
nice,
Maiden. And
nice,
I
nice.
wish I would have, and they were touring with, have you ever heard of Ghost?
Yes, I don't know them really well, but I know
Yeah.
who you're talking about. Yep.
All right, that's another one of my Ghost is another one of my favorite bands, and they were opening for. That's when I think they first started, and they were opening for Iron Maiden.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, oh, I should have gone to that. I was so dumb. I think I really should have gone to that one too.
We all have those.
Oh yeah, yep.
Jim was saying Creed is going to be playing in center field, and then Jason is going to walk out of the court and slaughter the band. Happy Halloween. He likes to tease me about my Creed.
All right, there's nothing wrong with Creed.
Oh, and he knows that there's not too. He just likes to give me a
Nothing wrong
hard
with Creed,
time.
except if
But-
you're, I think Dax Shepard in what's the name of that movie that they're in, Without a Paddle, when they're walking by when they're crawling up
Oh.
something. He was like, "Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
Creed?"
Yeah. Oh, dude, I haven't seen that movie in forever.
That movie's so funny.
Uh,
That movie cracks me up. I'm all over. Like I said, I'm all over the board with movies, man.
I am.
I
too.
really am.
Guys, Ghost is so good live. So
Yeah, he says that every. You know what? Now he's rubbing it in because I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he's seen him twice. And he likes to remind me every time I. Yeah, and I haven't. I think I tell every time I tell this story. Yeah, they're really good live.
Oh, they're awesome.
Are they?
Are they?
Really so glad you got to see them twice. Why don't you send me some more?
Thanks for letting me know.
Why don't you send me some more Funko Pops I need to spend my money on?
Yeah, exactly.
I give him shit. He's a great guy.
Jim, without a paddle, do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry?
So good.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I gotta watch that movie again. I have not seen that in a long time.
It's so good. My wife and I watched it again the other day. We went on some kind of a comedy kick for like one weekend. It was like 1,000 degrees outside, and I looked at her and I was like, "Do you want to leave?" And I was like, "No, it's too damn hot outside."
Yeah.
So we ended up watching like that, and we watched Wedding Crashers.
Nice.
And we watched I think it was How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. It was just a whole bunch of different, we were just going through comedies, and I was just like, oh, I love that. And How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is awesome too. I love Kate Hudson though, so she's not bad to look at. So
she's all right.
She's not too shabby. Matthew McConaughey's pretty hot too,
Yeah, so. You got a little bit for everybody there, to go around. You got the two of them, so you can't blame that. But speaking of that, speaking of that, like jumping into comedies, and then right above your head, I see 13 Hours, the poster back there. But so if you're not watching horror and you're talking about dipping into comedy, like what are some things that you run to besides horror?
I love Groundhog Day, is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Good. Yeah.
So that's one of my go-tos. I love Clue. I just watched that the other night. Unfortunately, Tim Curry passed away.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's one of my favorites. Trying to think of some of the other ones that I love. I love Animal House.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think. You asked me that. I could probably think of 1,000 of them, when I'm not put on the spot.
I know, right?
I love
grilling you.
I love Malibu's Most Wanted.
Oh, nice. Yeah, nice.
With Jamie Kennedy.
He's hilarious.
HorrorCon, and I met him at HorrorCon and got him to sign that for me.
Nice.
And that was one of the ones that I was my mom passed, and I was super depressed for a long time, and that movie just came on one night, and I probably hadn't laughed in forever, and I was just cracking up just watching that movie. So I was like, okay, I got to get him to sign that poster now. I go to that. Oh, Leap of Faith is another one of my absolute favorites with Steve Martin.
Oh yeah.
Where he plays the traveling evangelist.
Yeah.
I love that one. I'm trying to think of some other ones. Old School's awesome. Wedding Crashers is awesome. Yeah, Wedding Crashers is fantastic. I'm trying to think of another. Elf always, Elf is always good during the holidays.
Yeah.
I know there's some off the wall ones I'm forgetting too. That I love. I'm trying to think if there's any sitting over there. All my DVDs are all over the place. So, I love The Simpsons. So I watch The Simpsons movie a lot. I'm huge. I always tell my kid that he goes, The Simpsons? And I was like, yeah. I said, The Simpsons came on when I was a freshman.
You know The Simpsons?
Yeah. I said that show came on when I was a freshman in high school. He was like, they're that old? I was like, shut up.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Yeah, they're that old. Yes, they are that old.
No, it's funny when I think I did that with some family members too. Like when you saw something or heard something for the first time,
right? And
you're like, it's kind of like that. Like, have you ever heard of Led Zeppelin before? Like, yes, I have.
I will tell you. But... My wife and I were talking about this the other day, and I thought she was there when my kid said it, but she wasn't. And we were talking about Dolly Parton, and then we got to talking about the Bodyguard soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
And a couple of years ago, I was watching The Bodyguard, and my son came down about halfway through and he stopped and he was like, "Hey," he was like, "Some of your old movies are pretty good." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. If you watch them with me and stop watching, anime and stuff." But he was, we were watching it and it came toward the end and she started singing that song and for about halfway through, she goes, "Ah, she's a really good actress." She started singing. He goes, "She sings too?"
Yeah.
I was,
She does it all.
I was just like, "Yeah, she's okay."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, she's all right. She does all right for herself."
She's
Yeah,
trying. She's trying. She's
probably
trying.
one of the all-time greats ever. But yeah, she's
Yeah.
okay. She's fine.
She's giving it a go. She's
Yeah,
giving it a go.
she's giving it her best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I like I said, I love all kinds of movies. I love like Steel Magnolias is one of my favorite movies ever. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Um,
It's been a long time since I've
I haven't seen that
one.
one. I haven't. That's one I haven't seen in a long time
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
I love that one, and then I go from that to, Missing in Action, and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
all the old. I
Norris.
was a huge Chuck Norris fan,
Yeah.
singing
Absolutely.
Delta Force,
Yeah.
and you know
Invasion USA.
Invasion USA. I think Sprang and I did I think we did an Invasion USA live watch when Chuck Norris passed away,
Mm.
and he let me pick.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I picked the Chuck Norris movie that has the least Chuck Norris in it. I remember when I was a kid watching it, I was like, I remember him in this movie a lot more than, than he's in
Yeah.
it right now.
Yeah.
So, but I love those. I love Van Damme movies. I love
Yeah.
just any of the Jean-Claude Van Damme or stupid, what's the ponytail guy? God, why can't I think of his name?
Seagal.
But
Steven
Above the
Seagal.
Law
Yeah.
is one
Mark
of my
for
favorites.
Death. And
And the guy who he never gets punched, he never gets hit, no one ever touches him, even though there's 96 guys around
yeah.
around him.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm trying to think of other comedies. I don't know. Sorry, I kind of went off
No.
on a tangent about a whole bunch of other movies. But yeah,
No.
I'm trying to think of other comedies that I like. I don't know. I'm sure I'll think of some while we're moving along.
So not to switch back into it, but
Yeah.
we're at the end of August right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not to speed things along, but we're on the doorstep of September, and that means we're
Yep.
in October.
Yep.
So not speeding the time along, but
Yeah.
do you have anything in the the October time that is a must watch for you each year?
Halloween is always Halloween 3 is my favorite
Yeah.
of all the Halloween movies. So that one I watch every year. I'm super excited. That sorry, I may have to let my dog out in a minute.
You do what you need to do, man. That's
They
fine.
she may yeah, hang on. She's gonna flip out. She
No,
looks like
go for
I'm on the second floor and she looks like she's about to tear through that second floor window. Hang on.
Yeah, go for it. I'll just read through the chat here real quick.
I've got a Bluetooth on. I can still talk to you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bluetooth on. Here, go. Go get him.
Gotta take care of the pups.
Yeah,
I know how that goes.
She was dead asleep, and she came hauling ass off the. She heard my other dog outside, and just came flying through. So okay, here we go. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I have a dog too, so believe me, I've had to do that in streams before as well.
Right.
But
So yeah, it was. Halloween is always a must. Nightmare on Elm Street. I always watch. Shocker is another one that I always. That's always been one of my favorites. I
Fun
love.
one.
Yeah.
Fun
saw
soundtrack
that one.
too.
Yeah, I saw that. Speaking of soundtracks, that's another awesome
That's a fun
soundtrack.
one. Yeah.
I love that. I love that movie.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some other ones that I watch. There's a whole bunch of. I don't watch the only time. It's funny. The only time I ever watch Friday the 13th movies is on Friday the 13th. Like anytime there's a Friday the 13th, I have to watch those movies.
You go back and
I go back and watch them.
Do you have
Children of the Corn? I always watch. That's probably my all-time. The original is probably my all-time favorite horror movie. And I was super excited that I got to meet the director at OKC Horror like 2 years ago.
nice.
And he was super cool. I bought some, like one of my favorite stories is we were gone and I didn't buy a script from him. He'd run out of them when I got him, and he had like his shooting script with his notes and everything in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And he said, so I friended him on Facebook, and I said, "Hey, do you have any of those scripts I can buy?" And he called me, and I was like, what is my life
Yeah.
right now? What's happening?
Yeah.
The director of my favorite, my
Yeah.
favorite horror movie of all time is calling me on Facebook,
Yeah.
on the Facebook FaceTime. And he goes, well, I have that, and then I have some storyboards that I did. And I was like, okay, I'll take that. And I said, here's my address. You can just mail them to me. And he kept on messaging me going, I was out of town. I'm sorry. And we were gone one Saturday morning, and my ring goes off. And I look at it, and I'm like, sorry, I have to swear on this one. I was like,
No,
what?
go for it.
I
Go
looked
for
at
it.
my
You're fine.
wife, and I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? She goes, what? I was like, Fritz Kurtz is on our front porch.
Oh, he
dropping stuff off.
He delivered
literally drove to Moore and delivered, because he lives here in Oklahoma. So he drove
wow.
to Moore and dropped it off on my porch.
Wow.
And then he sent me a message and was like, hey, I just dropped this stuff off on your porch. I guess you're out. And he goes, just to have proof that I did drop it off, and if you want to show any of your friends, I rang your Ring doorbell. He rang it and just kind of waved and then walked off. And I was like, what is happening right now? I was like, this is the coolest thing ever.
That's very cool.
Yeah,
that's a cool.
Story. It's super cool. So, no, I love that movie. I like a lot of remakes too. So I like trying to think, the Exorcist remake I didn't like. Friday the 13th I really like.
The remake of Friday the 13th I thought was good. I dug that one. What do you think?
That was good.
Did you see the Crazies?
I love the Crazies.
I really like the remake of the Crazies.
Yeah, that one is one I came across. I think that was a Tubi find, actually.
Yeah.
When I was going through, and I'd never heard of it, and I love Timothy Oliphant, and the girl who plays his wife is awesome too.
That's one of the few movies that we have that's the movie itself is set in Iowa, and it was actually filmed a lot in Iowa.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
I didn't know
So
that.
I was like, we don't get a lot of that.
Heck yeah.
So I was like, I'll take it. And there's even, if you ever watch it again, there's a point where they're getting to a abandoned truck stop, and
right,
yeah. And there's like a radio or a speaker thing kind of playing, and they're talking about I think the Hawkeye football, the college team, like getting ready for the season or something. I'm like, that's kind of cool. I was like, I'll take that.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we just don't get that a lot,
Dude, we don't get it. I mean, they film movies here all the time, but they don't, and I say all the time, it's not all the time, but like
but they'll film it here.
They filmed Twisters here, and they did that show. Tulsa King was here, so I was like, Sylvester Stallone was here, and Rocky's one of my favorite movies ever. Rocky 4,
yeah, for sure,
and Rocky 3. Rocky 4 is probably my favorite. They filmed here for a while, and like I work downtown, and Sylvester Stallone posted something on Instagram. And he was out walking his dog in front of where he was staying. And I was like, holy crap.
I recognize that.
I was like, I think that apartment building is literally like a block away from where I work.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure enough, it was. I never got to meet him, but a bunch of people got to meet him and said he was super cool. But evidently he thought Oklahoma was too hot, so now they film in Atlanta. And I was like, is Atlanta that much cooler than Oklahoma?
I don't think so. Depending on the time of year, I don't think it would be any better.
I was like, I don't think it's going to be any better, but
I think they call it Hotlanta for a reason.
Yeah, and I was like, Vic was like, are we going to watch the second season of Tulsa King? I said, Tulsa King is dead to me.
Yeah.
And she goes, why? I said, because Tulsa King is not filmed here in Oklahoma. So they're
filmed in Oklahoma or no?
Yeah, or not at all.
I can't see that being a cooler area to go. It's just more of the time of year you're in each of those places.
Yeah, I don't know. It's but no, I love all the Rockies. I'm trying to think of any other. I watch horror movies all year round, so I mean, my wife gets tired of it, but I love, I really love, I know I'm in the minority and I'm probably going to get shredded. But I love all three of the new Halloween movies,
Oh,
the
okay.
remakes.
No,
I
that's
love
right.
I
I have
love
friends
all
that, yeah,
three of
yeah, yeah,
those.
yeah,
And Halloween Ends is probably one of the most hated ones, and I love that one.
yeah.
Um, I
That's all
love
right.
Papa Goss's best friend, Rohan Campbell. I'll have to tell you that story. The guy who plays, he's not Michael Myers, but I can't remember his name in that movie. But he ends up being kind of Michael Myers. I don't know. That's a weird. That's they did a really weird take on the end of it, and I liked it because it was something different. I think
Yeah.
that's probably why I like Halloween 3 is because it's completely different than any of the,
Oh,
there's no Mike. Everyone was pissed off because there's no Michael Myers in that, in that movie, and I'm like, it's still a good movie. I mean, I know you're pissed that there's no Michael Myers, but those
Papa
tend to,
Gas was saying Rohan, Rohan,
yeah,
Rohan, and
yeah,
then
Rohan, that's his best
Corey
friend.
Cunningham. Was that the one you were talking
Yes,
about?
that's
Yeah,
the one. That's him.
yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
that's him.
Holland's got it.
Um, yeah, yeah, I love all three of those movies. Those movies are fun. So,
No, that's right.
and then I'll just
If you dig them, good. Yeah. What's up?
yeah, I'll throw, and I'll throw I'll throw all kinds of, I throw all kinds of different movies on. I've still never done, I need to do a movie a day in October is what I want to do. A horror movie a day in October, and I'm going to try and do one that I have not seen.
Yeah.
So, because I tend to get in a groove where I'll watch the same movies over and over again, and I'm like, I gotta watch something new. Like I love Obsession, is like probably in my top 5 favorite movies of all time now. And I I was just like, I gotta watch something else because I would just watch that movie all the time, and I'm like, I need to watch something else.
Yeah. You watch it too much, you'll end up hating it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
But that kind of leads into something else I was going to ask you at some point tonight too. Was like, what do you think about the new run of horror that's been kind of coming out in the last year or two?
I mean, I love it. I think it proves that if you do something different, you don't have to and I think this is not just for horror either. I mean, I think this is all movies. If you can put a good movie in theaters, people will go see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you keep rehashing the same stuff over and over again, I think that's what happened to Star Wars. Is Disney was like, you know what, we're going to feed everybody the same thing, and they'll just take it, and
Rinse
it's not
and
the
repeat.
case.
Rinse and repeat.
That's not the case. But no, I love the new guys. I love Zach Kreger, who did Weapons. I can't wait for the new Resident Evil movie. I love the guy. I like Backrooms. I thought was awesome.
I still need to see that one.
Backrooms is good. Like I said, Obsession
obviously
is
like
awesome.
Obsession.
I love Obsession. I saw what was there's one coming out, and I was so disappointed. It's I think it's called Buddy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It looks like it looks like a Barney
puppet
cartoon.
Yeah,
that just goes freaking nuts. You know what I mean?
Yep. I know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
It comes out Friday, but they're playing it here, but they jammed it in. Like the only showings they have is like at 11:30 at night.
Oh yeah, it makes it a little tough.
And I'm like, dude, I'm too old to go to a movie. I can't go to a movie at 11:30 at night. I've been asleep for 5 hours already. I'm not doing that.
Well, you're like, I got to get up 3 hours from then. Or
right.
whatever.
No, I think
I understand that.
I think new horror is looking good. I think we're in good hands.
There's been a good run, I will say. I've not gotten out to the theater as much as I've wanted to this year, but some of them have been. We have like a mystery movie night where you don't know exactly what it's going to be,
right.
But
Yeah.
they'll say like the rating, and they'll say if it's a horror or not. But
right, yeah, we had those here.
Okay, so out of kind of horror-ish movies, I had some good ones. I mean, there haven't been a ton of them, but Obsession was one of them.
Right.
So if you go way back in the beginning of your Primate.
Oh, I love Primate. That's a good one.
I had a fun time. I always feel
I
bad saying a fun time with a horror movie, but
you can say fun time. I mean,
I enjoyed it.
Just,
it was entertaining.
Yeah.
Bone Temple. 28
Yep.
years later, Bone Temple.
Yep. That one got that dude. That one got a bum rap. I think the thing is,
I think it's good. You got your Iron Maiden in there too. You know,
yep.
so.
I don't know if I think they didn't. I think they did a piss poor job of marketing that movie.
I will
'Cause
100% agree with that.
I think a lot of people thought that was just the same movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then like we already saw that movie.
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't know what they did, and it was in and out of theater. I didn't even get a chance to see it in theaters. It was in and gone. You know. But when it came on Netflix, I watched it and I loved it. I thought it was great.
Our theater, they do not keep things around very long unless they're
Ours
just
don't either.
busting it out. So like Obsession, I was happy they kept it around for a while, and I was able to see it in the theater because of that.
Yeah.
But
Well, they're not gonna. I mean, they're not, that's one of the few that I think they said that's the only one since E.T. that made more in its third week than it did in its first week.
yeah, when they have like
So-
when they have an increase instead of a
Yeah,
decrease,
right.
But,
Yeah. So that one kept going. You know, word of mouth kept going. It's kind of like Scream. When Scream came out, it was the same thing. It started out slow and then just kept building. Word of mouth kept building and building and building.
Yep. No, it's cool to see some of these young directors coming out and like
Yeah,
just
I love it.
come out swinging.
Yeah, I love it. I mean,
and I hope I see many, many more years of them keep on doing it, man.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you know, Obsession cost what, $1 million? Did it even cost $1 million? I don't think it
I
cost
don't
$1
even
million.
know. Yeah.
You know, and it's made 500 now. I mean, that's crazy. But it's that proves that you don't need, you know, $200 million to make a movie.
If you,
You know?
make something interesting, people will
Yeah.
pay to come and see
Yeah.
it, you know, kind of a thing. And it's like,
Yeah, 100%.
if you build it, they will come. You know, we were talking about Iowa.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's another one of my favorite stories. Is I was watching Field of Dreams just
Yeah.
to switch real quick, and there's
yeah, go for
another
it.
one of my son. He came in and he walked through about the time that he's walking through the corn,
Yeah.
and he hears the voice, and he goes, he looked at me, he goes, "Is that corn talking to him?" And I was like, "I don't know." When he was little, I was like, "I don't know."
Somebody's talking to him.
And he goes, "Okay, hang on." And he went and turned his Xbox off and came down and sat and watched the entire movie, the rest of the movie with me.
That's pretty cool. No, that's pretty
Um,
cool.
And he was young at that point too. He was probably 6 or 7 at that point.
No, that's pretty cool right there.
And he loved it. He was like, "Dad, that was a really good movie." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, we have pretty good movies back in the day. They're all right. Your old man has some good movies every now and then."
Yeah. And those are those moments like, don't screw it up, Dad. Don't screw it up.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Because you're like, this doesn't happen all the time, you know, kind of a thing.
Right.
But
That's why I'm gonna take it where I can get it when he comes in. But you
No,
know,
that's
and then
pretty cool.
and then there are some, you know, when he sits down, like we were watching I think it was the first It remake,
yeah.
the remake, and he
the
walked in, and it was the part where it was the part where they're in the basement, you know, and Pennywise comes up and he comes shooting out toward him, and he walked down the hall and looked up at the TV and he was like, "Nope," and turned around and just hauled ass out of the room.
No, thank you, sir.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does that. He's done that a couple times when I'm watching movies. He'll sit down and he'll go, "Oh no." But yeah, there's been a couple that we've bonded over. Like we bonded over Five Nights at Freddy's. We've gone to see both of those in the theater.
Yeah.
We saw Thanksgiving, the Eli Roth movie in the theater,
Oh,
which is
I-
another one of my favorites. I love
I
that
enjoyed that one a lot.
one. Yeah, I love it.
I was like, give me another one.
Yeah, I know they need to make another one. And then he and I went and saw Ice Cream Man.
I've not seen that one. I have not. Seen that one.
mean, dude, the people are like, "There's no story. There's no this." It's like, did you watch the trailer? Have you listened to what he's saying? He wanted to make a cheesy B, you know, just a cheesy B popcorn movie with as much gore as you can get, and that's what he made.
Well,
I mean-
and how many '80s movies that we absolutely love that are probably like that same lane,
please.
same lane, you know?
Yeah.
like, where I'm not saying anything bad about this one, but I'm like, where you're like,
No,
oh, this one's
yeah.
this or this, but then you're
Yeah.
like, in the '80s, there's like one that's that same lane, and you're
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh, this was so much fun, you know,
yeah,
or something. But
100%. Like
I haven't
like
seen it yet, so I don't know. But
I was super excited that I read today. I actually read it today that and I went and I actually saw this one in the theater. Is the new Masters of the Universe movie
I still need to see that one. It's
that
on
came
Prime right
watch it
now. It's
watch
on
it on
Prime.
Prime. That's what
Yeah.
they say. This is what they're saying is they're going to I think you know it bombed in the theater, so it
Yeah.
didn't make any money in the theater.
But I heard it's
And
killing it on Prime.
it is, and I think they're thinking about they're thinking about keeping it going because it's you know it's shot to number one as soon as they put it on there. It went straight to number one.
And it's been hanging there for a while.
And it's been hanging
Yeah.
out there for a long time, and it's a good fun movie. I mean, like
I've heard that
literally
from so many people.
as far as like cartoon, you watched that cartoon when you
Oh,
growing up, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I had the toys.
So-
I had the yeah.
So my gold standard is Trapjaw. If you
Yeah.
can get Trapjaw right, you know, if you can get Trapjaw and Mechaneck right, I'm in. Because those, in my opinion, those two are probably two of the hardest ones to do.
Oh yeah. I'm
And
not
they
saying they're
nailed
hard. I'm not saying they're
both
harder,
of
but when I
those.
was watching like trailers and stuff, I was like digging. So like Trapjaw, Mechanic, Beast, or was
Oh,
it
yeah.
the Beast.
Yep.
I don't know why I always liked him, and then oh, why am I totally blanking on the Battle Cat?
Oh yeah, Battle Cat's awesome.
yeah,
Jared
yeah.
Leto is. They finally got Jared Leto in a movie that he was good in.
Yeah,
Um,
you can't tell it's him or by face
that's-
or by
that
sound
may be,
or
that
voice.
may be the problem is he doesn't sound anything like Jared
Yep,
Leto.
yep.
You know it's him, but you
Yep.
know, but no, he's he's great. And I mean, people
No,
are
I've
like,
heard
oh, he's
so many
kinda-
good things about it.
He's kind of over the top, and he's he's cracking jokes, and I was like,
But that's
did
the
any of you ever
cartoon.
watch the? Obviously, you guys, none of you guys going to see this movie have ever watched the cartoon.
because
I was
they
like, that's the
that's it.
yeah, that's the whole thing. I was like,
Yeah.
I think everybody was expecting, and they were probably thinking, oh shit, we're gonna get another Transformers. You know what I
Well,
mean?
Yeah, or like
And-
we're gonna Masters of the Universe Dark Knight version, or you know, or
Right,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like super
Yeah.
dark, like
No,
super.
no, no,
Not,
no. You
nothing,
got the-
nothing wrong with Dark Knight, but I'm just saying, like they were
Yeah.
leaning into the
Yes.
campy humor and
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
no, they stayed true to the comic, and I'm here for it. I'm in. Make another one, please. Let's
I
do
need
it.
to watch that.
I will be there.
So
You do. It is. I mean, you will have a blast watching that movie.
I know I know I'll enjoy it. It's just one of those things like getting the hours of the day and you know like getting to things. But
Dude, I hear you.
I will get to that. But it's cool to hear something getting maybe a second chance
100%.
at
Yeah.
the streaming where that used to be back in the day. It was the VHS or the DVD rentals.
Oh yeah.
Like a movie could bomb in the theater. But the
Oh.
rental store was the savior, and all of a sudden that
Oh.
was what everybody was like renting every Friday, Saturday
Oh,
night,
yeah.
and
Like,
then all of a sudden part 2 is coming out.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
absolutely right. Like the first one that pops into my head, and I saw it in the theaters. I saw Tremors in the theater.
Oh, nice.
And
Nice.
I freaking love I love
Tremors
this
is
movie.
awesome.
And I was like, holy shit, this movie bombed.
Yeah,
no one
yeah.
saw it, and then it hit home video, and yeah, it blew up.
That's when
So,
the
yeah,
cover art sold you, man. You go into the
That's
video
the-
store, and
I missed that.
It's a
I
lot-
missed
it's a
that
lost art.
so much.
it's a lost art.
It is a lost art. That and poster art is
Yeah.
definitely a
Yeah.
lost art. Like I'm telling you right now, in Scanners have you ever seen Scanners?
Oh yeah. Yep.
That movie still I can remember walking into Kaleidoscope Video was the name of
And you're
the
like,
video
what the-
store.
What is that?
And that poster scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. I was like,
Absolutely.
what is up with that guy, dude?
Yeah.
I
I got to
was like,
find
that's-
out what's going on there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I was like, this is scaring me, but I kind of want to see it.
No, 100%. There was always those there was some of that cover art that would freak you out, but you're like, oh, I gotta know
Oh,
what's going
yeah.
on behind that. I gotta know what's happening behind that whole
Yeah.
thing. So
It doesn't get, it doesn't get better. It didn't get better than that. Friday night, going to the video store, looking at, just walking around, looking at the cover. Yeah. Cover art is definitely a lost. Yeah. It is. I mean, that's what sold the movie, especially
Oh,
some of
yeah.
those B,
Oh, yeah.
especially some of those really bad B movies had the best cover art.
Well,
Because
there's
that's
some of
probably where
those.
they spent half of their, they probably spent a majority of their budget on the cover art just to get
That's-
people to rent it.
That's probably not a joke, but then there's some of those that were like straight to the VHS tapes in the rental store that
Oh,
did
yeah.
better. That did better than some of them that went in the theater, probably.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
you might not have ever heard of them before, but somebody would
Nope.
walk in on a Friday or Saturday night and be like,
Yep.
"I want to find out what the
Yep.
creep show behind that picture is going on."
Exactly.
But,
Yeah. Well, yep.
No, that's some good stuff.
Yeah, that's where I was introduced to that's where I found Rambo is the
Yeah.
cover art for the first Rambo. I was like, what is this guy? I was like, first of all, what kind of gun is that? I've never seen that kind
Yeah.
of gun before. And I was like, I need to figure out what's happening right now. Let's watch
Yeah.
this movie. So
I
I watched
honest-
First Blood and I was like, awesome.
I need to go back and rewatch that. It's been so long. I know you're in the exact same spot where you have so many. Your watch list grows faster than
Oh,
what
yeah.
you can watch.
100%.
And
Oh yeah.
but there's some of those classics like that I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
You just mentioning that right now. I'm like, I want to watch that one again, man. I was like,
Yeah,
I own it. I've seen it many times, but I
Yeah.
just haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah,
So,
the first two Rambos, and First Blood Part 2 were just that was in heavy rotation when I was a kid. And that was
yeah.
I thought the coolest thing was the bow and arrow with the explosive tips on the end. And,
Oh yeah.
you're
Yeah.
fighting was he fighting the Russians? Was it the
Yeah,
Russians?
and they had the gigantic battle copter thing.
Yeah, they
or
had a
whatever
giant
it was.
helicopter, right?
Yeah, that had like
Um,
9,800 million missiles
right.
on the side. or
Yep.
whatever, but
Yep. That was an awesome one. I love
it
both
almost
those.
kind of
Yeah, those are
reminded me a
awesome.
little bit of Maverick.
Oh,
when
yeah.
when he ditches out and he's on the ground, and that
Yep.
it was kind of one of those
And
similar.
that big giant helicopter comes up. Yep, that's the first thing that popped into my
It
head.
made
too.
me think of that. It made me think
Yep.
of that because I was like, oh yeah, one dude with a arrow and him just standing there, on this
Yep.
big old.
Did they
battle
use? Did they?
copter.
Here's a good question: did they use the same? Didn't they have the same helicopter in Red Dawn?
I believe so. I could be
They did,
wrong,
right?
but oh gosh, I want to say it's very similar,
I think it
if
is.
not the same.
I think it is. There's another great great pull from the '80s. Is Red Dawn is fan. Oh, I love Red Dawn.
So that's kind of the funny thing too, like between us growing up, like me being old enough to be going out to the theaters and stuff in the
Yeah.
80s, and then
Mhm.
now, so we had a lot of the Cold War going
Oh,
on
yeah.
at the time. So
Oh, yeah.
we've already been talking about some Rocky, we've been talking about some
Yep.
Rambo, we're talking about some
Yep.
Red Dawn.
Yep.
Who's some common, like not getting into politics, but it's just kind of funny how like that was
Back in the day, it was.
Yep, that's who you're
it was
going
the
up against.
Russians.
Yep.
It was the Chinese. It was the who was the crap, I can't even remember who it was in Invasion USA. It was like 3 different people, I think.
Well, I don't know, but then like Mission oh gosh, or what am I blanking on? Chuck Norris.
Not Mission Impossible.
That's what
Missing
I
in
wanted
action.
to. Yes, sorry, I wanted to say Mission
Yeah.
Impossible, and I'm like,
I
that
was
is
like,
not correct.
No, that's not right. It's Tom
but
Cruise.
Missing in action, Vietnam.
Yeah.
You
The
and
Vietnam. Yep.
So, and that's only like a decade removed, kind of a thing. And
Vietnam that's the same thing. Red Dawn, or not Red Dawn, Rambo is
Yeah.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah.
both. He's got the Russians. They did double duty. They did Russians and Vietnam.
yeah. So it's interesting where some of the things of the day were playing into that,
Right.
but then now when we were talking about like Maverick, it's like a country of undisclosed, identity here,
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah.
that. Like, don't make
Yep.
somebody angry, but it's interesting, and I'm sure those other countries had things
Oh, yeah.
about us as well.
Oh, please.
At the time, but
Yeah, probably. It was probably worse, but
But-
I'm just glad we got Maverick personally. That's great.
Oh.
That's such a good movie.
well, and you gotta looking back at it, who ever knew it would have turned out as well as it did? But there's all the stories of Tom Cruise saying, like, putting his foot down and being like, "This is not going out in your streaming service. This will be a
Oh
theater."
yeah.
And he's like, "If it's not in the theater now, you're waiting and putting it in the theater
Yep.
later," kind of a thing.
Because they
And-
held it for how long? 2
oh,
years?
a,
With it?
lo-
It was however long COVID lasted.
a long time,
Yeah.
long time. But they wanted to put it on Paramount Plus, I think, like right away.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "No." But and how many theaters are thanking him for that too? Because I got bottoms in the seats again. You know,
Yeah.
like, that was like one of the first movies I remember getting back out to.
No, it was one of the. Yeah, it was definitely one of the first ones. I remembered. I was shocked that they put the first Dune on HBO Max.
Yeah.
And then I think that did the last. Was it the last Matrix that went on? It went straight to Max too, right?
Yes. Yeah, I believe so. I believe you're correct on that. I think it went straight to it. But like movies like that, and not to be like gushing over it, but I think Tom Cruise kind of said something like that too. It's like films are made to be seen in the theater, kind of a thing. And
I think you're right. I mean,
I absolutely love watching movies in my home. I watch tons of them in my home. I love
do
sitting
too.
on my couch and pausing it and not have anybody interrupt me.
Yep.
I love it. But there is something to sitting in a theater and having that gigantic screen in front of you.
I agree.
And once in a while, you get some fun interaction with
Yeah.
people around you. I've had some where, like, you'll laugh and kind of look over to I have no idea who you are, but we just laughed
Yeah.
at the same thing, kind of
Right.
thing. Or
Yeah.
or both had the jump scare at the same time or whatever. But
Yeah, there's something for. I still love. I love going to the movies.
Yeah.
I love it. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite things. I don't go as much as I want to. I mean, we
me
pay
too.
for the
Me too.
we pay for the Regal thing, so we've got my
Oh,
wife and
I'm
I
jealous.
both got those things.
I'm
So we do.
jealous,
It's
yeah.
like $20 a month, and I still don't go as often as I should.
Yeah.
But I figure if I go to two movies a month,
You're
it pays
good.
for itself. So I don't
You're
feel
good.
bad. I don't feel bad.
And anything after
but I
that, you're
could
just
go
in
to-
the gold. Right?
Yeah, I could go to a lot more. I mean, I can. Like one day, I went and saw. I think I did 3 movies in one. I did 3 movies in one day, and I was by myself. Which I'm not. I'm one of those guys who I'm not afraid to go to the movies by myself. I don't care.
Oh, I do it all the time. I do it all the time.
I think sometimes it's more fun to go by yourself,
Yeah. I do it all the
just
time.
because you can see what you want. But I saw. I think I went and saw the new Death Wish movie, and then I saw. I don't remember what I saw in between that, and then I went and saw Project Hail Mary.
That was a good one. That was another one that hung out way longer
Oh,
than usual
yeah.
at
It's a
ours
good one.
because it was knocking it out of the park, just like we were
Yep.
talking about Obsession. It was making money, so they kept it there, and that was another reason I was able to see that in the theater because
Yeah, it was-
I saw it late, but they still had it
Yeah.
on the screen there. So.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna. Spring's probably gonna kick me in the face for not going and seeing Nolan's new movie in the theater, but
So I have not
I just
yet
can't-
either. The Odyssey.
yeah, I don't know why I
Yeah.
couldn't think of the Odyssey. I just went with
Yeah.
Nolan's new movie because I knew
I knew you were
everyone would
talking
know
about.
what I was
No,
talking about.
No, I knew you were talking about.
I cannot. I am known for don't go. My sweet spot for a movie is about an hour and 45.
I will tell you what.
It's about an hour and 45 minutes. You're
I
good.
can't argue with that too much.
I mean, and you know what? Maybe that's why I love horror movies so much, because horror movies are never longer than about an
Oh.
hour and 45.
You got like
pushing
90
an
to
hour and
100
50.
minutes, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and they get right to it, but
You got to love a good 90-minute movie.
yeah, I love it. But
There's a
I'm
lot
just
of
like,
them that can wrap it up. They can tell
Yeah.
a story, get you hooked, wrap it
Yeah.
up in 90 minutes.
Yep.
And I'm like, don't stay there. Welcome.
I was just like, almost 3 hours. I was
So just like we were talking about the cover art, that's another lost art. The 90-minute movie.
oh yeah, I
mean,
love.
Come on.
dude, I love it. I mean,
Okay,
I remember the first long movie I remember seeing was Braveheart,
Oh, yeah, that's a long one. Yeah.
and I was about halfway through. I was like, God, I gotta pee, and I stayed the whole time, and I was miserable, and I was thinking, man, if I was at home, I could have just paused that and gone to the bathroom and come
I
back.
could have gone to the bathroom 3 times and
Probably, yeah. And I said, I was thinking, I probably would have enjoyed this a lot more
yeah.
than I did right now, trying to squirm in my seat and not pee my pants.
Yeah. Well,
But that to that movie's credit, it was so good. I was like, I can't get up.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not gonna
no.
I can't miss anything. So I'm not saying it wasn't good. I'm just saying I was mad I couldn't pause it.
I think I was the same way with. So I always tell this story. So if anybody's heard it, I'm sorry. I repeat a lot of things, but
Right.
I think it was like, oh, now I don't want to lie, but like there was at least 4 or 5 of us that
Right.
went and saw Heat in the theater.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And there was 2 of us that stayed through the whole thing.
Right.
and they missed
Yeah.
some of the best parts ever.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
but like even at that time, when you hit like
Man.
2.5 hours, it was like, what the heck? How long is this
I am-
movie? You know,
My friends and I fight about this all the time about Heat. I was like, man, you can ditch.
I love Heat.
I love Heat. I love it. But
It's
you
okay
can
if you don't
ditch
like it, but
Natalie Portman's. You can ditch Natalie Portman's part in that movie.
yeah.
You can ditch Wayne Grove's most of his part in that movie.
So you're like 30 minutes gone right there.
Yeah, and it doesn't. You can ditch the whole. They argue and they're telling me I'm stupid because it's character building for Al Pacino's character.
Yeah.
With his wife and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's fucking Al Pacino, dude. He doesn't need to build character.
His character is built.
I mean, he is Al Pacino. You don't need to. You're gonna watch him, no matter what. And it's Al Pacino and Robert De Niro in the same
they
movie.
chew it up.
You don't-
They chew it up. And,
Yeah. And I was like, we need more of those guys. We need less of everyone else and more of those guys. Is
Yeah.
what we need.
Val Kilmer's great in that too.
Oh,
So,
everybody's good in that movie.
yeah.
I mean, everyone.
Now,
That's another director. Michael Mann's another director that's kind of hit and miss. Like I love
I'll
Miami
agree.
Vice. I love the Miami Vice remake. I
Yeah.
love it. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people did not like it. My wife went and saw it with me and my best friend, and his wife went and saw it, and they both hated it, and we both loved it.
So I was on a certain person's podcast that I believe is
Mm-hmm.
out now, talking about heist movies, and
Yeah.
one of them was Thief.
Yeah.
Michael Mann.
Yeah.
And that one nailed it. I'll say that's a great
Yeah.
heist movie.
That's
So
yeah, that's a good one. I love heist movies.
that with our little our friend from Movies That Make You.
Right? Did you guys do the did they do the town? Did you guys do the town?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. That's a great
how
one
good is
too.
how good is that movie?
Oh,
Who knew that Ben Affleck was going to be that good of a director?
yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, he's great.
Oh, it's that one. Yeah, there's so many. What's funny, like going through some of those, there was like so many, like we just started like quoting lines from movies
Yeah, oh,
and stuff,
yeah.
and
Oh,
that one
yeah.
has a bunch of, like
Oh, that one's got a bunch.
whose car are we gonna take? You know,
Right,
kind of a
yep.
thing, like that's the only
Yep.
question you have.
No, yep.
Like
Yep. There's
but
so many good lines in that one, man.
the town is a great one. But I'll tell you what. If you have not watched that or listened to that podcast, go out to Movies That Make You and check that out. And there was a great lineup of movies for that. So I'll do a shameless plug for that one right there. But
Yeah, it's
that's a great lineup.
yeah,
but
that was dude. The town's so good.
when you're talking about Michael Mann, I think
Yeah.
Thief was like one of his like
It's a great movie.
first ones, maybe.
Pretty close.
But
Is that guy? Is Thief? What's his name? James Caan.
yep.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
God. It's so good.
Oh, it's such a good
It's
one.
so good.
So if you've never seen that one, when you go back and if you ever go to watch it,
Right.
any heist movie, any like even gangster type movie, like downtown LA or New York,
Yeah.
you watch that movie and you'll see like, oh, this movie pulled that from there, or
Oh,
this
yeah.
or that, or it influenced so many things. And
Yeah.
I was late to it. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I knew it from the day it came
Oh,
out.
right, yeah.
I did not. So I'll never like claim that. But
Yeah.
when you go back to watch that, you'll start seeing influences later on
Yeah.
down the line where you're like,
Yep.
It's beautiful. The cinematography is great in it too.
Oh yeah, he's such a good he's a good director, but like I said, he's kind of hitting, he's
Hit
hit
and
and
miss.
miss.
I'll
with-
agree.
He's
That
hit
was
and
a
miss.
hit,
But
though.
what
That was a
directors?
hit,
I mean, what directors not hit and miss though? I
Oh,
mean, some
agree.
people say
I
that.
agree.
Like Nolan. Everyone says that Nolan doesn't make a bad movie. And
Eh.
I am not. I am not a huge fan of. Oh crap! What's the name of it? Not Inception. The other one.
Tenet.
Yes, I am not a big fan of Tenet.
Yeah, that's the one that usually gets brought up.
I don't like it very much.
I actually
feel,
have never seen it, so I
I-
can't weigh in one
I,
way or the other.
I'm not giving anything away.
I
but
know
feel
the
like
gist of what's going on.
well, you're lucky because I don't still
Well.
have any clue what the fuck is going on in that movie, and I've seen it like 3 times. I may just be dumb. I don't know.
No,
But
I'll probably be right there with you, man.
I feel like the end of that movie reminds me of like a level of modern warfare, like Call of Duty.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I was sitting there watching it, going, I feel like I'm watching someone play a Call of Duty game. I was like, I don't know. That's the only one I really don't like. Of course, I'm going to get roasted for this too. I've never seen Memento.
That's another one I know people just the timeline aspect of it.
Right.
I don't want to ruin anything, but you know what I'm
I don't-
saying.
I don't. I've
It's
never
not
seen that one.
it's not linear,
Yeah.
but a lot of his movies aren't, or they
Yeah.
mix the timelines in them.
Right.
Because I even know some people that like, because isn't he Dunkirk as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know some people are turned off on that one too.
I like Dunkirk.
I've
never seen-
I like it too, but that's
Yeah.
another one I hear people be like,
Right.
"Oh, you have those questions." Like us talking here, you're like,
Right.
what's a movie people really love that you
You
are
hate?
hot on it, or
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
just not as hot on,
Yeah,
You
yeah.
might not hate it, but you're just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've heard people throw Dunkirk out, and
Yeah,
some of those.
I mean, I've only seen it once. I've never seen Oppenheimer.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Sorry. I know I'm behind in the chat. Thank you everybody for jumping out here. I see a lot of great people in here like Larry the Horcat Dad. We got
What's up,
Sin.
Larry?
We got Sin's Corner in here. Sorry, I know I'm behind. We just get chatting. We get going.
just
But
talking
I had
about-
to
We're just talking about what a shitty director Chris Nolan is.
yeah. You know what he could learn from me?
You know what? He could
No.
really watch. He could really watch some trauma movies and learn some
he
stuff.
could learn some stuff, but I had to throw this out there. I don't get these very often, so I thank you very much. Papa Goss in here with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much.
Nice.
But thanks for being awesome, Corey. You and Matt are having such a great conversation. Yeah, we're just two guys hanging
Hey.
out, talking
We're
stuff.
We're trying. We're
talking.
trying. I appreciate the love.
Yeah, I truly appreciate that. Never ever required, but
Right.
but always appreciated. So
Yeah.
thank you. That's super cool. Yeah, thank you very much. But yeah, just hanging out and going along here. But we have, like I said, I know I was falling behind in the chat, but I love seeing. Like I said, I can't always hit every chat, but
Right.
I want to say hi to people that are out here. But I think I've been hitting quite a few of them. But we have a Dunkirk rules. It almost that feels like a Adam Sandler movie. O'Doyle rules.
O'Doyle football rules.
Yeah, exactly. We're just two wild and crazy guys. Yeah, there you go. Little Steve Martin and
Right.
oh gosh, I know I'm blanking on the other.
It's shit.
This is where I prove how little I know.
Dude,
Steve Martin and two wild and crazy guys.
Here, Papa Goss is gonna pop in about 2
Yeah,
seconds.
yeah,
You
that's
guys
a-
didn't know it was
That's the thing. Like a lot of times when when I know I blank on something like that, and I
Right.
should know it. I'm like, don't think too hard because somebody's gonna put it in.
Oh,
there
yeah.
you go, right there, Dan Aykroyd.
There
Dan
we go.
Aykroyd,
Thank
yeah.
you. See?
Yeah.
And who was it? Thank you,
Yeah, yeah.
Josh.
Yeah, yeah, Dan Aykroyd for sure. We got a couple people jumping in there and saying that. And that's where I love the chat. You bailed
Yeah.
me out many times, so I owe
Gosh.
you something.
And
but
we probably should be flogged for not knowing it was Dan Aykroyd too.
Well, but then as soon as you hear it too, and I know it's easy to say, but then you're like, oh yeah, I knew that, and it was like, well, apparently you couldn't say it 2 seconds ago, but
yeah, apparently you didn't know it until I said it.
Yeah, exactly. But no, anytime I start struggling like that, I'm just like,
Right.
don't struggle too much. Somebody in the chat's going to have it out there before I could think of it. And
Right.
they just proved that theory again. So,
yeah, that's awesome, dude.
But yeah, no, I've been having fun. Oh gosh, what was I just going to go back to? But we were talking about some of the, I know I'm kind of all over the place right now, but
no, you're good.
Some of the new movies coming out. One of the other mystery movies that I had fun with, and it's okay if you didn't, but Send Help. Rachel McAdams. And,
I love that movie. I have that poster hanging. I have that poster hanging in my house.
Oh, I had a lot of fun with that one. It was
love it.
I didn't know much going into it, and that was one of the mystery movies, and I was like, so that's what I'm saying. It feels, in my book, and I haven't seen every horror movie or thriller, even if you want to go into that mix, but the ones I have seen. I feel like it's been a pretty solid year.
This year's been a pretty solid run. There hasn't been a whole lot of, I think the only one I've been really disappointed in was Psycho Killer.
I have not seen that one.
And it was written but I was so excited because it was written by Andrew Kevin Walker, who wrote Seven, and Seven's one of my favorite movies.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, this is going to be, I was like, this movie's going to be really good.
The expectations are up here.
Garbage. Oh my God, it was so bad.
I have not seen that one. I have not seen that one.
You know what? Here's the thing. I'm not a guy who really bashes on. I mean, you've got to make a shitty movie before I really hate it. You know what I mean?
You got to try hard. You got to try hard to make me.
You're gonna have to try really hard to make me say that your movie's bad.
But I appreciate people like you. I appreciate people like you. Then it's like you got to really go out of your way for me to be like, I got to
go out. Yeah, you've got to go out of your way to make a bad movie. I mean, I've sat through, Attack of the Five-Headed Shark or whatever it's called on, and I thought that movie was better than the other one. So, there's that.
Well, we were talking about all the shark movies a little while ago too, So,
oh yeah,
and having fun with them. But that's what I mean. Is like I can love a good bad movie. There's good bad movies, and then there's bad movies. But
absolutely, 100%.
One of the other mystery movies, I was kind of curious if you've seen it and what you thought of it. They Will Kill You.
I love that. That's another dude. That's another one of my favorites from this year. I love this. I love that one.
I had fun with it as well. So I was just curious what you thought about that one.
No, I liked that one.
Over the top, crazy.
Oh,
but fun.
That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, okay, the movie is called They Will Kill You.
Yeah,
and they're right up front telling you, okay, it's a hotel run by Satanists,
and she's got a samurai sword.
Yeah.
She's got a samurai sword,
and she has a machete. Now,
or machete, or whatever it was.
I was thrown off a little bit when one of the main characters gets their head lopped off, and I was like, oh, he didn't last very long. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
And then the eyeball rolling around.
Oh, dude, that was
Evil
Dead,
good. Evil Dead vibes. I mean, come on,
100%. Yeah, I was like, oh, it's so good.
I was thinking so much of an Evil Dead when the eyeball was like chasing, like chasing around, and I'm like,
and then that's another good soundtrack. That soundtrack's awesome too.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah,
100%.
That's a good, that's another good soundtrack. How do you feel about? Here's another one. How do you feel about the Grindhouse movies? Have you seen those? Planet Terror and Death Proof?
I had fun with them. Yeah. I had fun with them. Yeah. No, I had fun with them.
For what they are?
Yeah.
For what they are. Death Proof is probably... It's funny that Death Proof and the two Tarantino movies I go back to the most are Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Death Proof are probably the two I will watch the most.
So I have this bad... Well, I don't know if it's a bad habit. I have this habit, let's just say. I know I can't watch a full movie at the night, and I'll just go back and start watching scenes from movies that I know I dig. And just a couple of nights ago, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I was watching that whole showdown scene where he's like, Hey, I know you guys. I know you guys. I know you.
Yeah.
I know all three of you.
That's one of my favorite ones. He was,
And then he's like, I just love that scene so much where he like turns to the dog and he puts his hand like, no, not yet. And the
Yeah.
dog just sits down. And then when it was time, he's like, did the,
yep.
you know, and then,
It's just, does it get any better than Brad Pitt acting stoned?
he was pretty that.
I mean, seriously.
I go back to that scene a lot, but he's like, but okay, so before the whole, I agree with you 100%. And I know I'm going to go off on this one
Yeah.
because I do love that scene. But
you're
before
good.
they all come in, I just love
Right.
the dog's like trying to warn him. And he's like, man, I'm doing the best I can here. I don't need this tonight. And then the dog looks to the door and then he's like, oh, kind of a
I
thing.
know.
He's like, I'm doing the
Yeah.
best I can.
It's so good. He walks in and he was like, I remember you. You were riding a horsey.
You were a horsey. Your name was something funny like Rex. And he's like, I'm the
No.
devil. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, it's something stupider than that. And the lady's like,
something dumber than that.
what are we going to do? Tex? Yeah, Tex. Oh, but that's that's such a brutal scene too. So that's
yeah.
where you bring back the Tarantino. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying in a bad way, but I'm like, now all of a sudden it's just like what happens throughout that, and then going out to the pool area. I'm like,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
yeah. There's Tarantino. There's
Yeah.
Tarantino.
And that's that scene when I first saw Obsession, that's the scene that popped right into my head immediately. The brick scene when they're sitting in the car and she gets it with the brick. I always thought the same thing with Brad Pitt just taking that girl and just going bang, bang, just against the
Well, the one he throws that can of dog food at her face, like, and takes her down. And I'm like, every time I see it, I like the scene, but every time I see it, I'm like, oof.
oh yeah. You're just like, oh.
But yeah, oh gosh, yeah. Before that scene, he like looks at his hip, and that like little knife is,
and the knife
and
is
he
sticking
just
straight
like
out of his
goes,
hip.
yeah, he just goes ding ding, and then he
Yeah.
looks at her, and then just like for about 45 seconds,
Yep.
introduces her to a phone and
And a couple other
fireplace
things.
and a couple other things, and but then that's just like, yep, that's Tarantino movie. Yeah,
I love that. I love that. That one's good. I like
but I can
like
go back and
Inglourious
watch
Bastards too. Inglourious Bastards is good.
Yep. Oh yeah.
His whole opening spiel to the troops is awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I love probably my most memorable Brad Pitt scene is when he's in the one from True Romance, where he's just stoned out of his mind.
Yep.
And the gangsters come in and he's like, "Hey man, you want to smoke a bowl?"
And they're like, no, and they're kind of laughing at him, and he's just like,
yeah.
he's like, hey, whatever.
And he goes, and then take a left.
Yeah,
He's just like, oh god, it's so funny, man. There's another great one. There's another one I haven't seen in a while. It's True Romance is so good. Speaking of Tarantino,
I have not seen that in a while either. I have a nice Arrow release.
I missed that.
One.
I think I missed that one. I don't think I got that one.
But it looks good. So even if you don't get the whole box set thing,
Right.
if
4K
you just
looks
get
good.
the release, it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good. It's worthwhile, I would say.
Yeah, I do that. I got the which one did I buy? Oh, I just got Barbarian the other day, the Steelbook.
What is it?
I just got.
Have you watched it?
I just got
yet?
the Steelbook. Yeah, it looks. Oh, dude, it looks
good.
so good.
So the only time I've watched it was Hulu or whatever it was on.
Yeah, HBO or whatever it's on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever. I can't remember what.
there's
all
dude.
the
There's
frickin'
another.
But that's
Right,
one I
got
was like
96 different ones.
Yeah. But I was like, oh man, I wonder if it looks, because it's such a dark movie, and I'm like,
Yeah,
maybe
it
it just crushes it on 4K.
No, it looks good, dude. And the transfer is good.
Good.
I mean, it took long enough for them to put it out, so it better
Yeah.
be good. You know what I mean?
That's one of those things where you're just thankful when they're like, oh, those streaming only ones finally
Right.
get a release like that. So, that's promising. I got to go check that out then, because I had
Yeah,
fun with
that's
that
so
one
good.
too. Jason, is it Jason Long or Justin Long?
Justin Long.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm good at saying. I said I'll say names wrong, quote movies
Right.
wrong all day long.
Dude. We are a perfect team where that goes because we're just like the same. We're like, oh, remember that one movie with that one guy in it?
And they'll be like, yeah, I do.
And
Or
then
I'll
we're
say
like-
the wrong
and we're-
name and you'll be like, oh, yeah, I know
Right.
who he is.
And then we go, hey, chat, what was
Yeah.
that guy's
Yeah,
name?
yeah. And then they help. Then they give us the lifeline there. But
Hey,
Justin
Hey,
Long,
Josh.
I thought he was such. Yeah, Josh, where you at? I thought he was so despicable, but he was just like,
oh, yeah.
again, fun. I say fun in a loose term,
I know.
but fun character in
I
the
know.
movie.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. Just a scumbag, though. Just
Oh
a
yeah,
dirtbag.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, just terrible. I was listening to a podcast today, and the Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks is one of my favorite podcasts, and they were
I'll have
talking
to
about
check
they were
that
doing
out.
they're fun. They just break down all kinds of
On what are
movies
they?
or two.
What do they run on?
what is it,
Spotify or
yeah,
like,
Spotify, yeah. Yeah, they're
What
great.
is it again?
Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks.
Sorry,
It's
I
two. You're good. I can send. I'll text you the link.
Yeah,
when
you
we're
just
done.
send it to me. Yeah. It'll be
I'll
easier
send it
that
to
way.
you. But they were doing weapons
Okay.
today, and one of the girls, Allie, was talking, and she was like, oh, I know I shouldn't. She goes, but I love Aunt Gladys. Aunt Gladys is so awesome. She goes, she's so evil though. Why do I like her so much?
I'll tell you what, I've seen some of you and your buddies like going to some conventions, and there's a lot of people dressed up like her, you know. So
I know,
apparently
I know.
she's not the only one that liked
Yeah,
her.
she's
you
not.
know?
Yeah, she is not the only one. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's another one that was surprised me. I was just you asked me what movies I was disappointed in this year. I was disappointed in Wolfman. I was
I'll
hoping
agree.
Wolfman would be a lot better.
I'll agree with that. Yeah. Yeah.
It was okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it was good. I was expecting The Invisible Man though, which was the movie he did before, which is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
But Wolfman was it was okay. It was just it wasn't what I was so
You had higher expectations.
yeah, I did. I think they were too high based on
We do that.
based on the movie before, and
Yeah.
I try not to do that.
But
like
it just happens, though. I mean,
like my favorite Marvel movie is the first Guardians of the Galaxy is my favorite Marvel movie.
oh yeah, yeah.
And I always tell people I think it's my favorite is because I had no idea who any of those characters were.
And you had
I
no
did-
expectations.
I had no expectations. I didn't know, I didn't really know who James Gunn was at the time. I knew Chris Pratt from Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec. Yeah.
And
Batista from UFC.
yeah, I knew Batista. How can we discuss Batista for a minute? Is
Go.
he the
Let's go.
best? Is he the best wrestler turned actor?
He plays Drax very well. I'll say
No,
that.
he plays. Yeah, he does. But in the other movies he's in, he's good too, though.
I'm trying to think of and I'm not like questioning you
so-
on this, but what's
so
another
he
one that
was
you
in-
really like that he's
He's awesome in the new Blade Runner with what's his name?
See, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, that one's good. Yeah, it's got the oh my god, what the fuck is that guy's name?
So worth checking out.
Yeah, it's the guy. His blonde hair. He's in the new Star Wars movie. I'm gonna kick myself in the face.
Papagas, come on. We're waiting. for you.
Ryan something. He's in Project Hail Mary. What the hell is his name? Ryan Gosling. Good God, it took me long enough to get there.
Oh, he's in it?
What the hell? Him and Harrison Ford are both in it.
In what movie?
The Blade Runner, the new Blade Runner movie.
Oh,
The new
okay.
old Blade Runner movie. I'm sorry.
No. I'm sorry. Whether you
I
said it
say-
or I just thought it, I thought you were saying the Blade movie, a new
No,
Blade
no,
movie, and I'm
no, I
like,
may
what?
have said- I may
what's
have
this new
said
Blade?
that.
No. You.
No,
I'm
I
not
may
saying
have
you
said
did. You may have, but I may have just heard it.
Yeah.
Because
No, no,
there's times where anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, I finally got on the same page.
You got to be on the same page.
Yeah,
now?
we're
Okay,
on the
gotcha.
same page now.
All right. See, I told you. We are the perfect team. Right
I don't
here.
know. Yeah, we're
Neither
great
one
at
of us
going
know
off the
what we're
rails.
talking about.
Nah, but we're having a good time while we're doing it. So
We are. That's
Yeah.
right. That's all that matters.
Okay, so that is a big blind spot for me. I have not actually watched that one
Yeah,
yet.
he's good in that small part, but he's really good. Probably the best part of Knock at the Cabin Door, or Knock at the Door, or whatever that movie is.
I know what you're talking about. I have seen that one where it's the end of the world. type
Yeah.
of- yeah.
Yeah, he's good in that. He's good in. Oh, I've only seen the first Dune, but he's good in that.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
kind of forget about him being in there.
and then I'm sure there's a couple of other movies that I'm forgetting
Oh,
that
I
he's
agree with you.
in,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I was thinking, I think he's probably the best wrestler turned actor. Um,
It's another
I,
one of those people that go from something kind of serious to like a little
yeah,
goofy and do a
yeah,
great job doing it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
But, and don't get me wrong. I love the Rock's movies. I do. I enjoy them. I know what I'm getting when I go in,
yeah, yeah,
but he's the same character in every movie.
yeah.
Except Jumanji. He's really not the same character in Jumanji.
We had fun with
And that
those with the kids.
and
Yeah.
that may be because him and Kevin Hart together to me are really funny.
Yeah.
So I have fun with, but yeah, like you said, I enjoy both of those movies a lot.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I like those. Like I said, dude, I'm all over the place when it comes to movies.
That's all right.
I just
don't
like movies.
don't
Yeah,
box yourself in. Like you
yeah.
just go with what.
I love movies. I talk about horror movies the most, but I love all movies. You know?
Speaking of all movies, I know I'm behind in the chat here, but Larry was saying the Predator. Now that's a bad movie.
Oh God. Oh.
And he
Oh.
loves his Predator, but that one I know
Yeah,
crossed the line for him.
the Predator
The
is
or the
not,
Predator
yeah,
is
that was not a good movie.
yeah.
How do you feel about the I'm just a glutton for punishment, I
No,
think.
go for it.
How do you feel about the Predator versus Alien movies?
You
Or
know,
Alien versus Predator movies? I have fun with those. I like them.
I'll agree with you. I have fun with them. I will also, if somebody says they're not good movies, I won't fight them. Kind of a thing.
I'm not gonna
But
argue with you.
yeah, I'll be like, yeah, but I had a great time. I had fun with
Yeah.
it. Growing up though, I wanted to. How many times were you were like, I'm going to see Alien versus Predator or Jason versus
Oh.
Freddy or like
Oh yeah.
like there's some of those. You could look back and somebody be like, that's not a good movie, and I'll be like, I agree with you, but I had a blast, and I finally got
love
to
it.
see those two go
Yeah.
against each other.
You know what's not a good movie is Freddy versus Jason. It's not a good movie.
No, but I had fun with it.
It's
Though.
not good. But
I still had
every
fun.
time it's on, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I had fun with it.
You
I'll
know what
agree,
other movie
100%.
is? You know what other movie has a shit plot, but I'll watch it? The Rock.
Oh,
I love The Rock.
but that was a blast. Yeah, that's so
Yeah,
much fun.
but that movie's fun. But
No,
here's
yeah.
my thing.
Yep,
Here's the other thing, and all my friends hate me for it. Am unabashedly a fucking Michael Bay fan. I love anything Michael Bay does. I'm a fan.
I'm sorry, but he puts out some fun ones.
He puts out some bangers, dude.
Yeah, I'm not saying Academy Award winners, but I'm saying they're
I know
fun.
what-
They're fun
I-
ones.
Okay, I know what I'm getting. when I go
yeah,
into
you
a
know
mon-
what you're paying
I-
for. Yeah,
I knew what I was getting after I saw Bad Boys. I know exactly what I'm in for
yeah.
with a Michael Bay movie. Bad Boys is awesome. Bad Boys 2 is awesome.
I know
love The
not
Rock
him.
is awesome.
I know not him, but you're talking. It just made me think of the Rock with Nick Cage.
Yeah.
We just got done doing a watch along Face Off. So John
Oh,
Woo,
Face Off is awesome.
but
John Woo's another one.
that's another
that I
like
love.
just like you know what you're getting, and it was just
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
But The Rock,
Oh
and I hear it's finally getting a 4K release coming out.
no, are
Yeah.
they really?
Yeah,
I'm in.
yeah. Well, there's. It sounds like it's pretty solid, but there's not like I don't know if there's an actual release date yet. But I'm like, that's when Criterion had a Criterion DVD release of that.
I
a
had it.
DVD back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had
And-
that one, and I had the Armageddon Criterion too,
Yeah,
which is one of
yeah.
my favorite discs ever.
Yeah. So I'm
If
like,
not my favorite. Have you ever listened to the commentary on
On which-
Armageddon?
no, I have not. I have not. I'll admit that I have not.
What's
But
funny
do I
is
need to? Yes.
you should look it up and watch Ben Affleck talk about the commentary
Yeah.
on Armageddon,
Yeah.
because he said he gets almost people coming up to him talking about that more than the other one, because he's just tearing that movie apart the entire time, and Michael Bay's sitting right there. He's just like, okay, let me get this straight. You're going to teach us to be astronauts in a week, but you can't teach astronauts to drill a hole in a week. And
Well,
Michael
but
Bay was like, just shut the hell up.
but what was more fun?
That's what I'm saying.
What was
Yeah.
more fun?
Well, and if I remember correctly, one of the menus, that's the thing I miss about DVDs too, is the menus that
Oh.
they used to have that would
They used to
move.
have like games and crap. in
Oh
there,
yeah.
too.
Well,
Yeah.
someone did a whole TikTok short on on like the hidden Easter eggs that used to be on DVD menus
Yeah.
that you would just spend, 10 minutes just moving the thing around trying to get something to light up.
Yeah.
But it's it's Ben Affleck he's looking through one of the movie cameras, and Michael Bay walks up right behind him with a megaphone and just screams into the megaphone, "What are you doing?" He just freaking jumps up real high. Yeah,
I'll have to see that.
that's a great. Now Armageddon's awesome. I don't know. I could talk about Michael Bay movies forever.
Oh, that's just popcorn fun. I don't care.
Well,
what
I
you-
mean, hanging up behind. I have a Michael Bay movie hanging up behind me,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
one of my favorite. I love that movie.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
one. Okay, that's one I didn't expect. When I got out of that movie, was not a Michael Bay movie that I expected. The action I expected, but the direction and the acting I did not expect.
So more than you expected.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It was.
more- yeah.
Oh yeah. It was way better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't. That's one of the few I didn't see in the theater.
Okay.
But I did. I love that movie. I love that one. Ambulance. Whoever decided to give Michael Bay access to drones with a camera is drunk.
That's back when they would just be like, here's some money, go for it.
Right. First, you've seen
And I know
Ambulance,
that's
right?
not, yeah. But I know that's not that old, but it just seems like that doesn't happen very often anymore.
No.
They're just like, go for it, make something fun.
No, they're not. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're not giving. They're not. Today, they're not giving him. They're not giving him that money.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the most ridiculous movie I have ever seen in my entire life, and I love it.
Yeah.
The whole surgery thing the whole surgery
yeah.
thing in the ambulance on the highway is fantastic.
I just, I know I'm switching gears a little bit, but same what we were
you're
talking
good.
about, but with The Rock, I have a DVD release of that has their theatrical, but then an extended cut, and it's not like way different, but it's kind of cool.
Right.
And I kind of hope if this 4K is coming out and everything, I hope they throw that in there as well.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Just
I don't
throw
think
a
I've ever-
little bone in there for.
I don't
people.
know that I've ever seen. I didn't even know there was an extended cut of that movie.
On the DVD, at least that I got, and that was
Man,
one
I'm gonna have to
that
look for that one.
one of the guys I met on here, Juno, he was I think it was on his channel. There's a fun group of him,
Right.
and a few of them. They were doing a watch along, and I found out that there was a DVD extended cut, and I was like, I went and bought it, and had
Yep,
fun
I'm gonna
with
have
it.
to.
Not saying like earth shattering different, but it was still cool. But so now I'm hoping,
Right.
if they're doing this 4K, that they would throw both versions.
I mean,
on there. But
I don't know why. What's it
especially
gonna hurt?
what they charge for them anymore. I mean,
Right.
come on.
Ugh,
And if it's already there,
man.
just like throw it out there for us.
I don't know. I think it was. I don't know if it was me and Josh that were texting back and forth about this or not. That how much DVDs cost now, and Blu-rays cost, opposed to when they were just readily available in Best Buy. I remember when they come out for like $20.
Yeah.
And I walked into Walmart the other day, and there was I think it was a Little Nicky, the Little Nicky Steelbook, Adam Sandler, no extras. It was just the Steelbook,
Yeah.
and I think it was like $40, and it was a Blu-ray. It wasn't
Don't
even
doubt
4K.
it. Don't doubt it. No,
It was like
I don't
$40,
doubt it.
and some of these movies are $50, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
So that's what some of them come out now on Amazon, and they play the game of the MSRP. Oh, it's at the sale price for this pre-sale, and then it's still like
Yeah.
a crazy high price. And I'm like,
Yeah,
these are ridiculous. And everybody's like, oh, they'll come down a
Yeah.
little bit. I'm like, that's like not even my gripe. It's like, why are they even throwing these numbers out in the first place?
Right.
Kind
Yeah.
of a thing. Oh gosh, which one was it? There was one not too long ago. They literally had a 4K steelbook. They said the MSRP was like $60, and
it was Ice Cream Man.
Okay, thank you. Yes,
It
yeah.
was Ice Cream Man.
Maybe
I don't know,
maybe I
maybe,
posted
maybe
that
I think you posted it in the
group
chat we're in.
because I was
Yeah.
like, "What the heck is up with this?" I was mad. I can't remember who all I shared that with, but I was like,
No, yeah, it
and
was
they're like,
like
"Oh,
60
it'll
or
come
70
down."
bucks.
Yeah, and there was like, it's for sale for 49, and I'm like, what?
That's
And,
not for
and
sale.
people were like, "Oh, it'll come down from that." And it's like the point is to even
Yeah.
start to throw those numbers out on that. I'm
I
like,
know.
that is just ridiculous. I want to
I know.
support I want to support movies. There's one that I really like that was one of our mystery movies. I knew nothing about. I really enjoyed
Right.
it. I believe it's on Netflix right now. It's called I Swear. It's
I've
based on
not
a
seen
true.
it.
It's based on a true story. Guy growing up in the early '80s with Tourette's syndrome, and before
Right.
people knew about it and his
Knew what it was.
struggles, yeah, and then what he kind of did to try to help younger kids out later in his life with it.
Right.
Great story, great movie, love it.
Yeah.
But just bare bones regular Blu-ray coming out the gates, it's sitting at like $31 or something at.
Oh my
on
gosh, dude.
And I'm like, I want to support it so bad, but I'm like $31.
I know.
It is all about just the movie, but if I pay
I want-
$31, I want a little extra something getting
I
thrown
know.
in
And
there.
well, the thing is, I think we got spoiled. I think we really got spoiled in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know, especially when DVD first came out, like the 90s, the
Yeah.
2000s, when when it went from DVD. And honestly, I think DVD may have been better as far as behind the scenes and special editions and stuff like that. I think
They had a lot of
as
special
far as
features, extras, and
bonus
stuff.
content,
Yeah.
I think they are the best. And then Blu-ray, it was okay. And then, 4K came along, and there's not hardly, you get a 15-minute making of, or I can sit down and watch. I always bring this up on every show I'm on. Is the making of The Abyss? Have you ever watched that Under Pressure? Okay, yeah. So it's on the new. I'm glad they did it because the 4K. It's on the new 4K.
Okay.
And it's like it's probably an hour, maybe an hour and a half long documentary just about the making of the movie. I mean, they're
That's
going
cool
down.
to throw that in there. Yeah.
They're showing them. I mean, they're literally showing it. A camera crew following them around. The coolest thing is they show James Cameron because they were down there for so long they would have to come back up and decompress before they would get out.
I heard people hated him after that movie.
Oh yeah, I think Ed Harris finally did a interview about it.
He wouldn't talk about it forever.
Yeah, he wouldn't talk about it for years. Yeah. But it shows James Cameron sitting like on the side of the tank, watching dailies on a monitor while he's
and they're
decompressing.
freezing.
Yeah, right. So no, I love behind the scenes. Like I think my favorite behind the scenes is for the Episode 1 Star Wars movie.
Okay.
And I was so disappointed. I can't remember what that was. I think it was called In the Beginning. I can't remember. But it was like a feature length thing. Like when they started shooting Episode 1 all the way through, and I was so bummed that when the next two came out, they did feature length ones, but he decided to do different sections. Like I think the Revenge of the Sith one, which is my favorite out of the three, has like you remember the Yoda part where they animate him and he's falling off the thing. Like it was an entire thing on that 30-second clip or whatever it was.
Just
like
talking
how
about
long
that.
it took him to do that, and I was like, oh my god, come on, man! It's like we got to do. There's got to be something else you can show us.
Yeah. No, I could see that.
So,
But as much as I complain about it's those high prices that we're talking about some of the movies, I will say when DVDs first started getting out and about, like in more general public,
right? Yeah,
they were too pricey for. I remember
yeah.
at the time they were too pricey for me. A buddy of mine that got into it right away, and we were big movie fans. We still are, and in music too. We still text each other like, "Hey, check this album out," or "Check this movie out."
Right. Yeah.
It's good to have buddies like that, like you
100%.
find some new stuff out. But he got into it way before I did, and I remember he's like, "Oh, you should go check it out. This is the DVD player I got." And I remember getting to that was back when we had some more hi-fi stores where it was just TVs and home
Yep.
and car stereos.
Circuit City.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it was. This one was. The one I ended up getting mine from was Ultimate Electronics.
I remember Ultimate Electronics.
Okay,
I think I
okay,
bought
okay.
There is a TV hanging in my bedroom that I got from Ultimate Electronics.
I had a few things I purchased from that store,
Yep.
but didn't know how widespread it was. But yes, Circuit City, Ultimate
Yep.
Electronics, whatever.
Yeah.
Like you kind of get the gist of it. But
Right.
I went in, found the model he had, and he said, I didn't go crazy, but it was $1,200 at this was 1998, 99 or no.
Oh yeah. So that's
So you think put
that's
that
a lot
into
nowadays.
put that into a inflation calculator for you
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
98 or 2000 to now.
Right.
And I was like, I'm going to hang with my VHS player a little bit longer. So
For real.
I'll admit I was later. I love it. And it was a great jump from VHS. But so complaining about movies now, I will still say they're too expensive. But
Right.
I do remember that DVD. Well, even when Blu-ray came out at first too, I remember
Right.
some pretty hefty prices.
Oh,
Well,
there were some. Yeah,
they might
always
sound
come down after a while.
Yeah, they might sound smaller if you just look at the price at the time, but then you throw in the
Yeah.
whole inflation calculator thing, and then
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, you're like, yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
But I wasn't ready to drop $1,200 on a
Shoot, I hear
DVD
that.
player in '99
Right.
when I had
Yeah.
my Sony VHS player
Heck yeah.
still kicking. But
My wife is kicking me because I'm trying to track down a VCR TV combo, like a little one. Because I've got some old VHS I want to watch. She goes, "Why do you want to watch those?" I was like, "Dude, it's just nostalgia. I just want to."
Yeah.
You know, we were walking through a place the other day, and I bought it's funny talk about the Abyss. Bought the Abyss for $3
oh
on
yeah,
VHS.
yeah.
Yeah, and I bought I can't remember the
have
other one I
Abyss as
bought.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one, and I got another one. I can't remember which one I bought.
I got
I don't know.
lucky.
They were like $3.
We had some people we ran into, and they used to run a video store, and they
Right.
shut it down. And then they're like, we got to get rid of stuff, and it's stuff that they owned, but they just had
Right,
them. And there was a lot of the store copies, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
even say on
Yeah.
the cover like store or preview copy or
Right,
whatever.
yeah.
So they could watch it to see whether they wanted to buy and bring it into their store
Yeah.
and like rent it out. Anyway, my Abyss copy is like that. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
there was a couple times where they were just like, take what you want. And
Yeah. It's funny. I haven't Googled it. I mean, I haven't searched it on eBay, but I've been wanting to search and see how much people are selling like old Blockbuster, the old Blockbuster cases for. Because I was like, I just want one of those to set on a shelf behind me,
yeah.
you know, or
Yep.
just to have.
I don't have the old Blockbuster case, but they used to, when a new movie came out and was really hot, they would have like 50 copies of it to
Oh,
rent.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I might be exaggerating, and then they would eventually they would start selling used
Oh, yeah.
copies to like. So I have a few of mine that are I would go there pretty often and buy the used copies of the VHS
Oh, yeah.
tapes.
Heck yeah.
So you had the regular slip, but they still had the Be Kind Rewind sticker type of things.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
Blockbuster they'd throw some funny sayings or whatever on stuff. But
Right.
one that I actually love, we were talking about a few things here in some of the heist movies. One of them I
Right.
really like is a double VHS set of Heat that we were talking about earlier.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's got the old Blockbuster stickers on it. It's not the full case,
great.
but
Yeah.
that'd be fun to do. And
Well, I do have a Blockbuster. When I found I went down the rabbit hole trying to track down, like I wanted every kind of copy of Children of the Corn that there was.
oh yeah,
So I'm trying to gradually track down. I found
get them all.
It was cool. I found a brand new Betamax that someone had mailed in and had graded. So it's
Nice.
encased and it's graded that I found. But I found a used copy that had the Blockbuster sticker on it. So it says Blockbuster and then it's like $4.99 or whatever, the used sticker. I was like, okay, I gotta get that one.
I'll have to later. I'll send you a picture of what's on that one.
Yeah.
I know I have a few others, but I just remember, I can't remember some of them, but they would have like little quirky or fun sayings on them or
Oh
something.
yeah.
Beside the, and I always thought it was kind of funny. But yeah, I would go in there and we'd rent movies that weekend. But then
Mm-hmm.
I'd go through the used shelf that they had,
Yep.
the ones they were thinning out, and I would always buy movies out of there. But
Oh yeah. I like to. One of the girls I work with, I was telling her I was wanting some, and she said there's a thrift store that sells them for like 25 cents a tape.
oh yeah, there's some
And
you
she said
can get 'em.
they've got. She said they've got a ton, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to go in there and see what they
That's the
go in there and see
problem.
what they got.
I have a bunch that I still love that I kept. I got rid of more than I wish I would have, but I still
Right.
have some I really love that I kept. But at this point, I don't even know what kind of condition they are. I have
Oh, I
not
know.
watched them in a player
I know.
for years, and
Yeah.
I just don't even know what they would do. But
Yeah.
they're still kind of cool to have
I mean,
and see 'em,
yeah.
and-
It's it's more just having them
yeah.
than
yeah.
anything else, you know.
I
was
ended up.
just-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you're fine.
I was gonna say you can't see it, but I can't reach it right now. But I decided I was trying to get. I was like, there was a couple. I'm like, I have a lot of different formats of certain movies, and one of
Right,
them
yeah.
was Unforgiven.
Yeah.
And so I had VHS, I had DVD, I had Blu-ray, I had
Right.
4K. Ended up buying up. It's up on top here. You won't be able to probably see it, but I bought a laser disc.
Yeah.
Of it, and then I was like, "Oh, this is cool." And then a good friend of the channel jumps in and goes like, "Well, do you have the HD DVD version of it? They have one of those." I'm like, "Crap, nope. I guess I got to go into eBay."
Right,
And so I've been
yep.
watching a few to get a good price on it because I was like,
Yep.
there's some of those movies
Oh,
that's
gosh.
one I love, and so,
I forgot the HD DVD.
yeah, it's kind of like the Betamax VHS battle.
Yep.
There was the HD
Yeah, it was.
DVD and Blu-ray, and
Yeah.
which one's gonna win out? And
Blu-ray's the big winner.
yeah, it's just
Yeah,
kind of
that's-
depended on what some of the companies went with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and that was like I said, that was back in the heyday of awesome,
Oh, absolutely.
awesome content and awesome movies and all kinds of great stuff coming. I had completely forgotten until we were in a thrift store the other day that they came in the first ones came in cardboard. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
could just pop them open and they
The
fly.
snap,
I don't know.
the
Yeah.
snap cases. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That had completely gone out of my head. And I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
I still kept some of those too. I got rid of again more than I wish I would have. I
I
wish I
do
would
the
have
same
kept them,
thing.
but I still have some. Like one of them, I just in the top of my. I'm just thinking of is a copy of The Matrix. That was one of the early
Oh, yeah.
DVDs I ever bought, and it
Oh,
was
yeah.
one of those snap cases with the cardboard front and back, but it had the
I
plastic.
remember
snap.
I remember buying Twister and I think the Devil's Advocate are the two that stick out in my head
Okay.
that I bought.
I think some of my first ones were The Matrix and Saving Private Ryan.
I love Saving Private Ryan. What
Was
a great
with
movie.
that was when so I did not buy the $1,200 DVD player that we were
Right.
talking about earlier, but they started coming out. They're still expensive, but at the time they were trying to push
Right.
the format, trying to get people off of VHS, and
Right.
a lot of the places are like, okay, you buy this Toshiba DVD player. You have this mail in. They weren't using internet too much yet either.
Right.
This mail in, and you could pick two or three
movies.
DVDs that they
Yep.
would send to you. And The Matrix, Saving Private Ryan, and I'm blanking on the other one I grabbed, but those were two of the I think I picked when
Yeah.
I finally bought. It was a Toshiba DVD player I bought, and
Yeah.
I remember getting those in the mail. Like 3 weeks later, I had my movies.
That's like sending off for the that's like sending off saving the little tabs on your GI Joes to send off for Sergeant Slaughter.
Yep, cutting out the proof of
whoever it was.
purchase.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yep.
But I'm gonna do a run here. I know I probably kept you longer. You probably wanted to
No,
be
you're
tonight,
good, man.
but,
I'm not. No, I've got
okay.
to be nowhere.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do.
I'm just babbling along. I'm gonna run through the chat real quick, and then we'll see where it goes. But don't
Sure.
feel any obligation.
Nah, I'm good, dude.
Time gets away from me once in a while, but
No, I am good. If I'm good as long as you are. You tell me when you want to kick me off.
yeah. That might be trouble then. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna say hi to Brawler here, saying, "Hey, it's Wilkie. Good to see you, man." Holland says, "Man, I want to rewatch Once Upon a Time." And I do too. Actually, I've
Now
just
I do. Now I want to rewatch it too.
yeah. But what I was saying, there's nights where I'm like, it's too late. I'm not gonna watch a whole movie, and I'll just go on and watch scenes that I really enjoy. And recently I was doing that kind of showdown scene where I know you guys from Spawn Ranch.
So good.
So now I feel like I gotta watch the whole thing.
I gotta watch the whole. Yeah. Now you want to watch the whole thing.
Yep. Brawler was saying Invisible Man was a real sleeper. It was fantastic. Shame Wolfman was balls.
I agree.
That's his official review.
Page, yep, that could be my official review too.
Balls. Hey Princey, what's going on, man? Saying, what up? Paul Gasso was saying the Blu-ray of The Rock is out of print. I'm trying to think.
Oh, boo!
I can't remember. I think I have it, but maybe I don't. That's a bad thing when I have to second guess what I actually have on a shelf or not.
Wait a minute. How the hell does The Rock go out of print?
It's licensing rights. It's the weirdest thing.
That's
there's
so weird.
But there's some great movies that are like out of print that have not had anything more than a DVD release for, and they're great movies and they would sell.
Crazy.
But then people have, excuse my language, but like pissing matches about like who's going to get more money out of the deal or whatever. You know, it's it's licensing rights and stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's like, or whoever owns it, because I guess that's like Dogma. When Kevin Smith wanted to put Dogma out forever on digital or whatever, that's why that one Blu-ray that came out, that special edition Blu-ray that came out, was going for so much money.
Yep.
Is because Harvey owned it and he wouldn't sell it to anybody.
So there's things like that. So there's some that are legal issues going on. So like the whole Harvey thing. He bought up a bunch of movies that his name's on, and then they wouldn't release them to anything. And then legal stuff started to happen with all the other crap. And then all of a sudden everything's just shut down. You know, it's like,
and I think that, I think Kevin Smith was like, well, I'm not giving that. He said, I'm not giving that jackass any money either. So I think he just wouldn't buy it from him. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
He was just like, I'm not giving that dirtbag any money.
Right. Well, I mean, good for him, but you know, at the same time, he's probably at the same time just like us. And like, damn it, I wish we could have a nice, good release of the thing.
Yeah, but I'm glad we got one now, though.
Yeah, absolutely. But
that's another one. I think.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, go, man.
I was just going to say Kevin Smith is another one that I really like. He's kind of hit and miss though too.
Do you have one that stands out a little more of any of them for him?
Dogma is one that I really like. The one that I don't like is Zach and Miri Make a Porno. I don't like that one.
You know, I've actually never seen that one. That's another one. My blind spot. I've actually never seen that one.
It's okay, and I'll probably get roasted for this, but I hate Clerks 2.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say the first. So the first Clerks, I dig the first Clerks.
Dude, I love the first Clerks. I cannot stand the second one.
Okay. I thought you were going to say the first one. I'm like, no. And then I heard you say 2, and I'm like, okay.
No, I cannot say the first one is one of the that's one of the funniest movies I have ever seen in my entire life.
Again, another time where you see somebody on a relatively shoestring budget, like just stretching every dollar and coming out with something original that ends up making a
ton of money. Living
a lot larger than what they paid to make it, you know, kind of a thing. But which 100%. Is cool. Then we were talking about Obsession earlier, or even Backrooms. I haven't seen that yet, but I want to. But the things I'm hearing about it, but the dollar amount that it was, I know was bigger in Obsession. Is still very small nowadays, but. So do you kind of miss that too? Like, do you feel like the 80s had some of those, like, oh heck, here's some money, you know, like make a movie.
You know what? I do kind of miss some of those, because some of the movies that got made in the 80s, I'm like,
even straight to VHS, you know, kind of things where it was just like, here, go, make some.
I mean, I love the movie. It's not good.
Yeah.
But Iron Eagle is just straight rip of, Top Gun, but I fucking love Iron Eagle.
I love Iron Eagle. I wanted to have
I'll-
a cassette tape strapped to my leg.
Yeah,
You know, he's like
dude, I
flying and
probably
he's like
tried
putting the
to-
cassette tape in and
Yeah.
rocking out. Like, it's
I
like,
probably tried to do that at one time. I'm not gonna lie. I probably
Yeah.
had some duct tape or something taped to my leg just so I'd look cool.
yeah. And
Or not
yeah,
cool. I mean, it wouldn't be cool, but
get a flight suit and a cassette
Yeah,
player
right.
strapped to your thigh. But
Right.
And Louis Gossett Jr. too, and that.
Yeah, Louis Gossett's your best friend. It's
Yeah.
awesome. What a great
Yeah.
movie. Yeah, no, I miss some of those movies from the 80s that they
Oh yeah,
greenlit,
no, I
and they're
love
just-
that one.
They're just like, here's some money, go through it,
Yeah.
Of course, there was there was a lot of people doing cocaine in the 80s too, so they were probably just,
Oh,
it's
bless
probably
their
some-
heart, bless their hearts.
Right, it's probably some producer with a mountain size of cocaine and some guy coming in saying, "Hey, I want to make a movie
Yeah,
that's kind of like Top Gun, but not.
it'll
Here's
be the kids will
$40
like
million.
it. The kids
Yeah.
will love it.
The kids will love it.
Yeah.
Let's do it."
Well, but then that's where was it Matt Damon? I think it was Matt Damon. There was one interview I thought is him or Ben Affleck, one of the two. I'm sorry, I'm messing up the two.
Right.
But they were like,
No, you're good.
back in the day, they were like, man, you could bomb in theater, but then the DVD rentals
Mhm.
and sale would just like you
Would
could
help
have
you
a
out.
winner. You could have a winner on your
Yep.
hand.
They don't
like,
have that
was it.
anymore.
No, but that's where some of those of the '80s where they
Oh,
might have
yeah.
not even gone to the theater, but they still could have a winner just from people renting them on Friday and Saturday nights. Like for the weekend. and
100%.
stuff.
Yeah, I would. Sometimes I wish that they would just greenlight some movies that probably
Oh,
should
yeah.
get made that don't.
It's like those
Um,
lower to mid-budget movies kind of went away.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the chances, the risks
Yep.
have gone away. And,
Yeah, it's I don't know. I do miss the movies I miss the comedies of the 80s too.
oh yeah,
Like Spies Like Us, Stripes is one of
Yeah,
my favorite. I love
yeah.
Stripes.
Spies Like
and
Us.
then-
I remember seeing it in the theater.
Oh,
Yeah.
Spies Like Us is awesome. Porkies.
Oh yeah,
Those are
meatballs. I mean, those
yeah,
70s,
Meatballs,
but that's 70s,
yep.
but still that same
yeah.
ish time period.
Yeah, Meatballs,
Police Academy.
Caddyshack,
Police
yeah,
Academy.
Oh god, sometime at some point I lost track of how many police academies there
Oh,
were.
I have no idea.
Dude, I think there's like 6 or 7.
No,
I mean, there's
I
a
have no-
lot.
I have no idea.
There's a lot.
But-
Did you see the new Naked Gun with Leslie Nielsen?
I have not. I have not.
I think I'm one of the few people who enjoyed that movie.
Oh,
I
you
was
had
hoping
fun?
they'd
Okay,
make
okay.
I think I was hoping they'd make a sequel. I do not think they will, but that one was pretty funny.
It was not on purpose. There's a bunch of movies that have been through the theaters in the last few years that I have not seen in the theater that I
Right.
wish I
Yeah.
could have. And
Oh yeah,
I just
yeah, yeah.
that was one I
was
didn't
one of
get
them.
around to
Yeah.
see. Yeah. So
Yeah, but I'm the same way. I still haven't seen. I haven't seen Spider-Man yet.
I have not
I haven't
either.
seen I haven't seen the Odyssey yet.
I've not either, but in a little less than almost 2 weeks, I got a fun little. I had to go on a little trip anyway, and it ends up being around stone throw from a few people I met through this thing. So
Right.
we ended up finding an aquarium that has this IMAX theater, and they're doing an extended series. They brought in a projector to do the 70 millimeter IMAX of Odyssey.
It's fantastic.
So I've not seen it yet, so that will be hopefully my first experience. We
That would be awesome.
are going to be doing that, and so I'm holding off. I had a chance to go see it here, not in IMAX, but here. But
Right.
then when that kind of came up, I'm like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait
Yeah.
and see it and have that be my
my
experience with it. But-
Yeah, someone we both know had tickets for 70 millimeter for us, and I did not. I was unable to go that weekend, and I was
Oh, yeah.
very, very bummed. I did not get to go.
Well, fingers crossed, everything will work out and it will happen.
Right.
But I'm holding off. I had a chance a week or two ago to go
Right.
see it on a regular theater here, and I'm like, no, I was like, it'd be kind of cool for my first experience to, and I've
Right.
never experienced that. I've had
No, I
IMAX,
haven't
but not
either.
the 70 millimeter.
Yeah, I haven't either.
So it'd be, so we'll have to see. I might have to buy some earplugs because I heard it's freaking loud. So
It's all right. It's louder the better, man. The louder the better. I just dawned on me that I saw Master of the Universe in IMAX.
oh yeah, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's where I saw it. I saw it at our IMAX theater here in Moore. Yeah.
So the ones around me are not the 70 millimeter, but it's still
Oh, yeah,
IMAX,
neither
but
are ours.
um it's a couple hours away from me. So the only two I've seen somewhat recently was I think Final Reckoning, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning,
Yep.
and the new Superman. I saw the two of them there.
What'd you think of the new Superman?
You know, I had fun with it. I know it's not going to be for everybody. It's not my favorite. I'll say that, and I'm not hating on it.
Right. Yeah.
I I still had fun with it.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was hoping it'd be a little better.
Yeah,
I
no,
haven't seen
you could take that. Yeah, yeah.
I haven't seen Supergirl yet. I don't think I'm in
I
the
have not-
minority
I have
though,
not
'cause I
either.
don't know that anyone else. Evidently, no one else saw Supergirl either.
Not very many.
Yeah, right. And I haven't watched the Lantern show yet, but I heard it's
I've not seen
okay.
that either. I've not seen
Um,
that either.
I don't know. Hopefully he'll get it together. DC seems to have trouble getting anything off the ground.
It does.
I mean, other than the I mean, the only surefire is Batman. I mean, I say the surefire. I mean,
they had misses, but they had a lot of
the
hits
Tim
too.
the Tim Burton Batman is
Yeah.
good. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy all three of the other Batman. I love
Oh,
I love Val Kilmer as
I have fun
Batman.
with them. Yeah, Clooney, whatever.
I love Clooney. I love
Yeah.
Clooney as Batman.
I have fun with them all. But that
I love-
89,
I
that
love
first
Arnold
one.
as Mr. Freeze.
Yep. But it's hard to beat that 89
Oh,
with Jack Nicholson.
that
and-
one. That one they're replaying in the theater here at Regal is doing a whole bunch of just $5.99. Costs $5.99 to go see all these old movies in the theater,
Oh, that's nice.
and that's one of them. That one's one of them. I think they're doing Terminator 2.
We have a 3D showing of Terminator 2 coming.
Oh,
out
that's
here.
awesome.
I really want to try to get to it, but I don't know if I can. But
Yeah, I would, and then I don't know. There's a whole bunch. They're playing Halloween 1, 2, and 3. I already got tickets for
oh,
those.
nice.
Yep. I think they're playing those. I think they're playing those 3 nights in a row. And that's. I guess there's a new Halloween game coming out. I didn't even know there was a game coming out.
I did not know that.
And evidently they're doing that in conjunction with it. So I was like, well, I've actually never seen any of those movies in the theater. So I was like, I'm not missing the chance to see all 3 of those. in the
It's hard to
theater.
pass up.
I got to do it.
We have some of those come up once in a while too. One last year for me was They Live. I never saw it in the theater. And they had it in the theater, so
I would do that.
I finally got to see it in the theater.
We'd never seen Alien. None of my buddies and I had never seen Aliens before. The first
Oh,
time I
yeah.
saw Aliens was on network television.
Yeah.
And there used to be in Dallas, there used to be a General Cinema down there that was just 2 screens.
Mm-hmm.
And the screens were huge. Both screens were just, I don't know how big they were. They weren't IMAX because I don't
But
think there
for
was
the
IMAX
time,
back
they
then,
were-
but they
they
for
were
the time
big.
they were they,
Well,
they're gonna
even
be
now
big
they
if there's
probably-
only yeah.
We still consider big. But
Yeah, but so we drove down. They used to do midnight movies down there. So we drove down and saw Aliens, and then we're stupid. I don't know why we just didn't stay. We drove down midnight movie, saw Aliens, and then drove back. I'm like, what are we doing? Just stay the night.
maybe there's a
but
movie
yeah,
the
it
next
was-
day we could watch.
Yeah, it was right. That movie, Aliens in the theater is. If you can do that, you've got to because it is so good.
I've never seen it in theater, so that would be one
Yeah,
I would,
it was.
I'd
Yeah, it was.
definitely like to do.
That and then I saw they're doing. I mean, I don't think you could pay me money to go see the Star Trek the motion picture in the theater. I don't know that you could pay me money to watch the original Star Trek the motion picture now. Woo, that was rough.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
That is a rough movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure
and
there's they'll fill some seats in with that one. I think.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure there's some people out there that love it. an establishing shot of the Enterprise for what feels like an hour and a half is just too much for me.
Too much. Yeah.
And then
Not every
evidently,
movie's for everybody.
you're
That's
right.
Yeah.
And I did not know there was a director's cut of Wrath of Khan.
Oh yeah.
But evidently, the director's cut of Wrath of Khan is 2 hours and 23 minutes long.
You know, I have to even check to. I don't know if I've ever seen the director's cut of that.
I don't know that I knew there was a director's cut. I may have. I don't know, but they're playing up until the voyage home. So they're playing all four of.
Okay.
They're playing. Is it four? Yeah, they're playing all four of those.
Nice.
Which that'll be fun. I might go see the voyage home. I love that one. I have fun with that movie.
Yeah.
Just because everyone goes, is that the one with the whales in it?
Yep, the whales.
Yep, that would there be whales here?
There be whales in that one.
Yep. So yeah, that was I like Star Trek. I don't have a problem with Star Trek. I'm a big Next Generation guy.
Yeah, no, it's fun. No,
I like the Next Generation. I can do some Deep Space Nine. I'm a nerd. I can do it.
There's some good stuff. Yeah, they had all. I mean, man, you think about all the between movies and shows, series, and stuff.
Yeah.
How much they have going on. They got a lot of stuff going on.
Dude, there's a bunch. Yep, there sure is. Yeah, that's
Next Generation and Deep Space Nine probably were a little more. I remember watching some of the early Wrath of Khan, of course. I absolutely love that one.
I don't know how many times I've seen that movie.
Khan.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was always weirded out with the ear
that
thing.
bugs me. That still bothers me.
I remember watching that as a kid, and I'm like, you start shaking a little bit while you're like watching it. But.
Yeah, it's weird because I can watch like horror movies where people are getting chopped up and legs are flying off, and people's fucking eyeballs are flopping out, and all this. But I can't take that. It's funny you mentioned that scene because that's one scene that makes me squirm. And the other one is the one from Misery when she breaks his ankle.
Oh, 100%.
I can't. And that's not even bad. That's not even bad.
They don't even show that much, but it still. I close my eyes and cringe, and then you hear the sound, and you're like, "Oh."
Yeah, I know. I think it's the sound effect together with it.
Yep.
And I think it was my wife that was watching it with me, and I was like, "Oh gosh!" And she's like, "What is your?" It's like, "What is your deal?" I was like, "With all the stuff you watch, that bothers you."
But I think there's just certain things that I don't know. Everybody's got their thing, and so Wrath of Khan. I always remember the ear thing.
Yep,
weirded me. You just like I was like, ugh. But I'll agree with Misery as well too. That one, I cannot watch that movie without closing my eyes and cringing during that scene.
I can't do it. I can't watch that scene.
But I always say too, the things that drive that just I cannot handle. Like, I'll watch the craziest horror movies probably, but teeth and fingernails.
I get it.
If those things get involved. Okay, so oh gosh, what was the one last? Bring Her Back.
Yeah.
That one. There was but there was like two scenes in that one that I lost it. I was like closing my eyes and like, tell me when it's over.
I liked that movie.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way I'll ever watch that movie again.
No, but there's movies you can say you like. I'll agree with that. There's movies you can say you like, but you're like, I just don't see rushing back to watch that one again.
Dude, once was enough for me on that one. It's a great movie, but once was enough, man.
Yeah, there's two scenes in that one that I was like clenched up, and I was like, oh. I was like, telling the person next to me I didn't know. I'm like, can you like tell me when? I didn't do that. But I almost want to be like,
I was watching it at home, and I was like, oh god. Have you ever seen Payback with Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
Okay, so the scene that gets me is when my deal is feet. So anytime like toes or anything like that gets messed with,
and
they don't even show it,
but what's
they just see the guy with the sledge. They just have the guy with the sledgehammer, and they show you taking his shoes off and his toes, and you hear just the sound.
Oh man, I forgot about that. Yeah.
And then the line that I'll always remember is starting to look a little like hamburger meat, and I'm like, oh.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's so gross. It just,
I
oh,
I forgot about that because they were trying to get him to
oh yeah, yeah. They're
talk, and
trying to get
they
him to talk.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's oh, that is terrible.
I'll agree with that one too. I would be like,
Yeah,
ugh.
oh, it's terrible,
But
man.
it's funny. You can't do that even when you don't actually see everything that's
Oh, I
going on,
know.
but you hear it.
Well,
But there's other things that show
yeah,
way more, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm fine.
yeah, that's all right. Yeah, like uh, like Jaws is the you go back to Jaws when we're
Yeah.
talking.
Oh yeah.
The best thing to ever happen to that movie
Was that
is
malfunctioning or
for
whatever?
that shark not to work half of
Right.
the movie
Right.
because that's why the movie's awesome. And I was able to take Braden, my kid, to see it in IMAX when they re-released it like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And I probably spent more of the movie just watching him,
Yeah. Yeah.
just to see if a movie that old still brings like tension
Yeah.
and stuff. And dude, it 100% did. And I was just I remember going, okay, I couldn't get my phone out because it would have been too obvious.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get my phone out and record him where the head comes through the
Oh.
hole in the boat,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he jumped, and I was just over there. I couldn't help but laugh. I was over there laughing, and he just looked over at me and he goes, "I hate you."
And you're like, it still
I was
hits
like-
the mark.
I was like,
it still
"Yep."
hits the
I
mark.
said, my job as a father is done."
Yep.
I was like, it was. I was just, and we went to lunch and afterwards, and we're talking, and I was like, I've been
You're
so
still
waiting
smirking
to
at him.
take you, yeah. And I had on purpose not shown because that's the first time he'd seen that movie was
Okay.
in IMAX. He'd never
Yeah.
seen it before.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was one of the movies that it was my favorite movie, and I really wanted to show it to him. But I was like, you know what, I may get lucky, and they might re-release it, so I'm just going to hold off. I can always show it to him later or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm so happy I did because that was, oh my gosh, that was making me still makes me laugh today.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna do a speed run through here, and we'll probably
man.
do a little wrap up, and then
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna keep on talking with you. That just means we gotta do it again sometime, right?
Hey, I am game. Anytime you're ready, let's do it, man.
All right. So you're hooked in now. So
I am hooked. I am hooked in. Anytime you need me to come on and not remember Ryan Gosling's name for 20 minutes,
and I
am
won't
your
either.
man.
And then we'll wait for
Yeah.
Papa Goss or somebody
yeah,
to throw
well,
it in the chat.
if Papa Goss is not in the chat to bail us out, we
or
are in
somebody
big
else
trouble.
will. Yep.
Yeah, right.
Yep. But I know I'm way behind on the chat. I appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, thanks
we're
for
just
hanging out.
And we're having fun talking, and I know people kind of been in and out through the night. So, but Johnny, thanks for jumping in here. I know you might be gone at this point. Prince was saying, question: what's a movie that has great cinematography, but the story plot wise didn't land good in your liking, but has great performances?
I'm trying to think of one.
Wow. Can I say Mission
know,
Impossible 2?
Well, that I was gonna say that's not a bad one. I was gonna say Tenet is shot beautifully.
Okay. I haven't seen it yet, so yeah.
But I do not like that movie, and I love Denzel Washington's kid. I can't remember his name right now, but his kid is in that movie, and he's great. And I love Batman, whatever his name is.
Oh, Pattinson?
Yeah, he's great. They're both great, but I didn't think either one of them were great in that movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the one. That's the first one that pops into my head. I'm sure there's another one that I'll as soon as we hang up, I'll be like, oh yeah, that was the one.
When you lay down and go to bed, you'll be like, oh,
yeah, right.
that was the
100%.
one
Yeah,
that's the one I
100%. I'll
should have
think of it. Yeah.
said. That's the one I should have
Yep.
said. No, I was thinking of gun duel on motorcycles with slow motion doves and
Oh yeah.
Mission Impossible 2.
Yeah.
I know I'm way late. I don't even know if he's still here, but Huck, thanks for jumping in here and saying hi to all of us. But thanks for jumping in and saying hey. I'm gonna run through here just make sure. So Sin, if you're still in here, he said, Eagle, I can't talk now. Iron Eagle is greater than Top Gun. And you know what? I would not fight you on that too much because I had so much fun with Iron Eagle growing up. So,
You know, it. I'm gonna say I'm gonna preface this. I don't know that it's a better movie
could be
than
more
Top
fun.
Gun, but I guarantee you, I have watched Iron Eagle more than I've watched Top Gun.
Oh, I would say that too. Yeah, yeah.
I promise that if you give me a choice, I will probably pick Iron Eagle to watch.
Oh, so much nostalgia. Well, I guess you could have a lot of nostalgia for both of them.
You can
But
have a lot
Iron
of-
Eagle, that one was
Yeah.
just like cheesy cool
Oh yeah.
in the 80s. So
Well, and Top Gun didn't have a Walkman strapped to your leg, so there
that's
you go.
right. I mean, come on. You don't have a cassette player on your leg when you're flying
Yeah.
your jet. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
You're not,
you're not
cool,
gonna. And you know
You're
what?
not cool.
You know what else it didn't have? An airplane chasing or racing a dirt bike.
That's true. That's true.
It didn't have that either.
That is true.
Never mind. I take it back. Iron Eagle is better than Top Gun.
Yep, it is. Hey, Patrick, good to see you in here. I know I'm way behind, and everybody's probably might be out by this point, but that's all right. We're hanging out. But Huck was saying, "Oh yeah, that was Matt Damon that talked about the VHS revenue." Yeah. Well, yeah, we're like, "Oh, it bombed in the theater." Oh, that's all right. We got our second chance, coming up here.
Yep.
But, oh no, Matt, the new Naked Gun was hilarious. I'm with you.
Who was that?
Huck. Huck
Oh,
was
yeah.
saying that he
Oh,
agrees with you, and the new Naked
so
Gun
good.
that he found it really hilarious. I have not seen it yet, and not on purpose. Just
so
there's
good.
a ton of movies I haven't seen yet, but I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check that out. Nick,
On the top, going from Top Gun to going from Naked Gun, since Pamela Anderson's in it, I have to admit that I'm one of the few that probably absolutely love Barbed Wire.
oh, that's cheesy fun.
I love that too.
It's cheesy fun. Yeah.
I mean, when you first of all, whose idea was it for Pamela Anderson to pretty much remake, a Humphrey Bogart movie that I can't think of the name of it right now, that people are gonna Casablanca.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, let's have Pamela Anderson and Boba Fett and remake.
Yeah.
I always call him, but Tamura Morrison, but I always call him Boba Fett.
Yeah.
We call him no, Django Fett. My bad. See, God, Star Wars fans are gonna roast
It's
me.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
We're gonna have them make a futuristic
Casablanca.
remake of Casablanca. Let's go.
Of course.
See,
Again.
those are the kind of movies they do
Take
not
the money.
greenlight
Take the
anymore.
money and make it.
Was that on the back end of the cocaine?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cocaine
That's what I'm
train?
like. Somebody wiping their nose off and like, yeah, take the money, make it. It sounds awesome,
Yes.
Yes. VHS
Okay, get back-
rentals are going to be great.
Yeah, they're gonna be awesome. Okay, get back to the chat. I derailed you. Chat.
No, that's all right. We only have a few more, and then we'll wrap her up for tonight. But Nikki was in here saying Odyssey is going to be a good time. Yep, she's one of the good friends. Hopefully, I'll be watching that in
Awesome.
the IMAX with. And Jeff was saying, "Fun stream. Have a great night, everyone." So
Awesome.
I will say, probably wrap her up for tonight. But
Yeah.
if anybody, I hope I said it earlier, but I do have your Instagram link in
Awesome.
the description of
Thank you.
this.
I appreciate that.
So if people have not checked Matt out on his Instagram page, please do. It's a lot of fun, and it doesn't cost
please.
anything.
It does not cost you $0. It might cost you brain cells, but it will not cost you any money.
But you might get a good laugh, or maybe like,
You will definitely probably get a good. Yeah, you will probably get a good laugh.
I was going to say, on your page, I've seen a lot of fun pictures, some shorts of out of the theater reactions and reviews
done a
of
couple- yep.
movies.
I do a couple of those. Sometimes I've been known to take just pictures of odd things and post.
I'll
them.
do that too, or to something I'm listening to. Just be like,
Yep.
they're like, "Why are you posting this?" I don't know. I was just listening to it, so
I started
out there.
I started a deal where I haven't done it. I need to do it. I'll probably do it tomorrow night. There's an app that I'm on called that I have called Screamify, and they have those.
Oh.
They've got like a whole bunch of independent movies. So I've been trying to pick a movie I've been trying to watch at least one movie a week that I have not seen.
Okay.
And I guarantee you on that app, I have not seen 90% of those movies.
All right. So you got some stuff to watch. So.
So I got some stuff to watch, and those are, we go down they have Dinosaur Hotel was one of them that I watched.
You're gonna
They
have
have
some
Boa
fun ones to
Constrictor.
talk
They have a bunch of awesome Japanese shark movies,
about. Okay.
which are great because they're all dubbed and they're
Yeah.
terrible, and they're awesome at the same time.
Terrible in the best way
Yeah,
possible.
they are terrible in the best way possible. That's for sure.
Yep.
So, but yeah, if you guys will give me a follow, I would appreciate
we
it.
got one right
There's some-
there. Nikki.
Thank you.
Nikki.
Thank
got in there.
you. Thank you. I will follow you back. I promise.
She's a sweetheart. She's a
I'm
sweetheart.
I'm always down to make new friends for sure.
Yeah.
And thank you for having me on. It's been a blast. I love
thanks
talking.
for
Yeah.
like going for a while with me.
Oh,
here. Sorry.
yeah, dude,
Hopefully you were okay with
Yeah.
the amount of time we went. But
If I wanted to bail, I would have
You'd
let
be
you
like-
know. No, I could do this. Dude, I absolutely love talking movies. I love it.
I do too. I always joke. I was like, you'd never have to twist my arm to
Nope.
to do it. So
And
that
it's good
just
that
means
we're
we'll do
on
it
the-
again sometime.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yeah, and it's funny that we're in the same, we're pretty close to the same age, age
Yeah,
too. So
yeah,
we've got the
yeah.
same. We've both got the same movies that we geeked out about. So
Oh yeah,
thanks.
and had some similar experiences at
Oh,
the same
yeah.
times, kind of a thing. So yeah, we're super close,
Absolutely.
super close. So
Absolutely.
yeah, I'll say you've been a blast to have on. It was fun hanging out
Thank
with you with other friends too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But fun doing this, and
Yeah.
who knows, maybe one-on-one like this again, or maybe a panel if you ever be up for that to talk
I'm
about
up-
some movies. And,
Yeah, I'm up for. Man, I'm down for anything. You let me know. Watch along, whatever. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get. I keep on threatening to get my YouTube channel going too. So I need to. I've got to get my. I got to get my computer set up, and then we may do. I'll definitely have you on
oh yeah.
over on my side for a live or something. I just got to figure out the. I have to figure out the YouTubes. I'm just getting the handle on the Instagrams.
believe me, I'm still figuring things out
Right.
too with it, but you've kind of leaned
Obviously-
into the Instagram more, right, at this point, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably should have recorded. You probably just should have hit record when I was trying to get my phone to work. That would have been pure gold.
You know what? I will not tease you one bit because I've had times. I feel like I still should know better at this point. I
Right.
haven't done it forever, but I still have times where I get on. I'm like, why is my camera not showing up on the stream, or why is the sound not coming? Like, there's always like an update goes through.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what. When you start hosting things on your channel, which I hope you do, I
want
it'd be,
to. Yeah.
I think it'd be great doing it. You seem like very like comfortable and easygoing, and like
Right.
you would have a good personality to get on and
Awesome.
do live streams and stuff.
I appreciate that.
But I will tell you, I love getting on a little early because it seems like never fails. Oh,
Yeah.
Google Chrome had an update, and I'm like,
Yep.
something's not working. Or I've had some little panic sessions before some.
Well, that
to
was
get going
that was on me. The live stream started late because
No.
my
dude.
my tripod disappeared. Blame my
No.
kid. And then I'm old and I don't know how to work a phone.
I will tell you 100%. I've had it happen multiple times, and it was on me.
Right? Awesome.
Like I said, it's just it never fails. You think like, oh, it should be the same every single time, but
Yeah, of course.
something updates in the whole cycle of things, and then it just throws something off. And
Yeah, that's just like when I walked up here and I was like, because the last time I saw the tripod my camera's on was sitting on this table, and I walked up and went, "Oh crap, it's not here."
yep. No
So-
worries. I think we went
Awesome.
long enough to make up for starting a little late. So
Awesome.
I
That
think
works.
we're good. I think we're
That
good.
works, man.
Everybody got
Again,
their money's worth.
Yeah, no money. It costs you $0.
$0.
Yeah. Again, thanks, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Anytime you want me on, I am down. Just let me
right.
know,
That's
and
awesome.
I will. I'll shoot you a link to their show, and then if you need anything else, just let me know, man.
That's awesome. If you don't mind hanging out for just a second after we go
Yeah,
off
sure.
live, just hang on
Yep,
just 1 second,
100%.
and then I'll let
Yeah.
you go get back to real life. But
No
everybody in the
no
chat,
problem.
you've been awesome. I know people have been hopping in and out throughout the night, and I mean, I don't even care if there's like one person jumping in here. It's I appreciate it so much, and you
real.
all been throwing chats in there, and I know sometimes it's hard for me to keep up with it, but appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Check out Matt on the link in the description. Please do, and
Appreciate it.
we will catch you all real soon. So until
All right.
next time.
See you next time.